Welcome to Ultimate Autographs. If you were looking for the internet's most exciting and interactive live break room, then you have come to the right place. We are opening live break mystery boxes featuring the biggest names from across the sports world every single day. If you're new to breaking with us, we can help break it down and make it as easy to understand as possible. First, head over to the live break page and look for a series that suits your interests. Most of our series will have 8 spots, which represent the 8 NFL divisions, but other sports breaks or mixers may vary. If you purchase one spot, that means you have a 1 in 8 chance to win that item at an extremely discounted rate. Next, click Add to Cart to purchase your live break spot. Once you've completed your checkout, tune into the next available live breaks broadcast on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube at noon, 3, or 6 p.m. Central Time any day of the week. As you watch, you will see your name appear on the screen when your specific break begins. Your name will go into the randomizer and will be randomized a specific amount of times based on that evening's dice roll number. Once randomization is over, the list of names of people that bought into that live break will be matched up with a specific division. If the item that is pulled from the mystery box matches your division, congratulations, you just won an incredible piece of signed memorabilia. Want to guarantee yourself an item as opposed to testing your luck? Some of the series that you see on the live break page can be purchased under the mystery box tab of our website. Those boxes could either be shipped directly to your door or open live on the air before being sent to you. While you are there, make sure to sign up for our Signature Points Club. This exclusive club earns you points toward specific discounts, signed items, or exclusive events each and every time you buy at ultimateautographs.com. Your breaker for tonight's show.
Oh my God.
Likes long walks on the beach, candlelight dinners in his Patrick Mahomes jersey.
None are better than this one, the best quarterback in the world.
Oh, there
Patrick Mahomes.
And staring at the messy posters over his bed, it's Kamen Entchev.
Hello and welcome to Ultimate Autographs. Kamen Entchev here with Steven Ryan, ready for a big Tuesday night show. We got my second favorite quarterback of all time, a top 3 Mount Rushmore guy, no doubt, Peyton Manning on the ripped Lunar Speed Flex in that Vault series. It is a fantastic lid. Speaking of Speed Flexes, arguably the best receiver in the NFL, Justin Jefferson, available on that Speed Flex as well. How about Jared Goff? One of the best quarterbacks in the league. 5 interceptions. It didn't matter, Steven.
It did not.
In that crazy Lions comeback. Get Goff and Jefferson in the NFC North. How's that for a double up? Myles Garrett still in that series. Maybe the best defensive player. Rob Gronkowski, one of the all-time great tight ends. It's a Vault series that is absolutely loaded, guys, with massive names. Strongly recommend that Vault. 1 in 4, down to 5 boxes left. Larry Bird, Mia Hamm, couple of headliners. The other sports, Diamonds always loaded. Basketball has Jokic and Giannis, maybe the 2 best players in the world right now. New mini helmets with new headliners. Just a lot of really good stuff, period, Steven. I can't wait to get started. How are you doing on this Tuesday night?
Absolutely fantastic comment. I love walking into the break room and seeing a nice fresh set of a lot of great names left in this room. So I'm ready to get started, and I definitely want to see Peyton Manning.
Let's go.
Because that helmet on that desk right now is awesome.
Andre
I'm loving
Johnson.
that. And that AFC South is speaking facts tonight.
Right. I know it's actually a Bronco Manning, but maybe it's got AFC South feel to it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. We could actually have 2 Mannings potentially. Should we close out that 1 in 4 series? There's a college backup as well. So what's up, Carol? Says hi, Stephen. Hey, Kamen.
Hey, Carol, how's it going?
Carol is all over the break page. I appreciate a lot of Carol because she likes every series we have, Stephen. Everyone gets caught up in what's the best break, what's the best series in the room. Usually it's Diamonds, Vault, 1 in 4 college as far as high-end stuff, but obviously, you risk less in the minis and jerseys. Those are good as well. Practice squad. There's no bad breaks in our room. They're all good. I'm looking at the minis, Steven. I see a secondary headliner in the minis that I haven't seen in the room. Roddy White, former Atlanta Falcon. That's a new name.
I like that.
That's a new name,
He was
man.
a really good player for a little bit, like 5-6 year stretch for the Falcons.
I've actually met him. He's a really nice guy in person, too, Steven.
That's even better to hear.
Yeah, Roddy White's a good dude. So a lot of goodies. I know we actually have a couple pre-fills, right? We have a jersey pre-fill. I know we're really close on the 1 and 4. So let's get the show started. 2 virtual dice looking for 6 or higher on the dice roll. 5 and a 1, 6 on the dot. The Jay Cutler number, that'll do. Heading on over to our wheel of names. Let's see what we are chasing tonight. Chase item of the show. A lot of options. Like I said, all of them are very, very good. How's the chat doing tonight? About 20 folks watching. We have a great chase, Steven. The 1 and 4, only a 4-spot break. 1 to go in that double box. 1 and 4 is our chase today. We'll definitely have a wheel spin because, 1 spot left and it's 6:08. We go to about 10 o'clock, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. In the next 4 hours, we'll have no problem knocking out that 1 and 4.
I'm excited to see that Mia Hamm.
Right? Don't know what it's on. I know it's been a soccer ball in the past, but we'll see. Ooh, look at what the doctor ordered. Look at who's in the chat, Stephen Ryan. You will not believe it. It's one of the all-time greats in UA history. The biggest.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes. Ronnie in Sulaco says, hey, K. Diddy.
Oh, boy.
Great
start.
Not
start.
referencing anyone else
Great
with that
start.
name.
Great start.
Thank you for the affiliation, Ronnie in Sulaco. I have nothing to do with that man. Is the primetime available in the vault? The primetime is gone in the vault. There's a Peyton Manning speed flex, Justin Jefferson speed flex, Myles Garrett, Rob Gronkowski flash, Jerome Bettis authentic, and that Lion alternate Jared Goff. But we've had a lot of Deion Sanders lately in the room, Steven. I know last night we had on that ripped Niners-Cowboys lid. So usually these guys come in bunches. There'll be plenty of prime time available in the room in the next days, no doubt.
Oh, no doubt about it.
I know there's actually, I believe... No, actually, he's not in that series, but he'll be in soon. Thank you, sir, says Ronnie. You're welcome, Ronnie. We have a certain item that I have to send Ronnie a message. Ronnie, remind me when I get off the air, I got to shoot you a text. Maybe a little wholesale order for Ronnie in Sulaco. We have one of his favorite players, Steven, potentially available back there.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, no way.
Yes.
No.
That's the one. Was the exact same one we're thinking of.
No way.
He's a guy that's not known to be the best guy out there. We have items of him, Steven.
I gotta go see these items.
It's a certain shortstop we're thinking of. Are we thinking of the same person?
I was thinking of the basketball player, but
oh no, the baseball player.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
I've seen those.
That's right up Ronnie's alley. What's up, boys? I need the Manning in the vault. Get in there, Richie. I have an AJ Brown for trade. It's an authentic one today, says Carol. There we go, Carol. We have the jersey single coming up. Jersey single number 1. Drop me a box number. Ooh, Brad Klein says primetime is gone, but we'll give it up for the right offer.
Ooh.
Well, Brad, if you don't know Ronnie in Sulaco, he's probably one of our top 10 biggest customers in UA history. He's got a massive collection.
He might be able to figure something out.
You might be able to figure something out with him. Brad, remind me of the squad, brother.
My 4th wife is getting jealous.
Stephen Ryan's looking awesome. Jokes aside, whatever you're doing, my 4th wife is getting jealous.
Oh, boy.
We look good, Ronnie.
Wink,
wink, nudge, nudge.
Your 4th.
4th wife.
You mean assistant?
Right?
Is that what you title her?
Mike Butler, Carol Daly, Brandon Boudreau, Daniel Lawson. Welcome, Daniel. Let us know what team you like and how you heard about Ultimate Autographs. And John Rea as well in here. Coin toss jersey single number 1. I'll give you guys 30 seconds on a box number. Otherwise, we'll rock and roll with the jerseys. Probably knock out the 1 and 4 next. 1 spot to go. And then we'll see. We might do a rundown in a little bit. But just so you guys know, we always talk about best available in the room, Steven. This Peyton Manning ripped Lunar Bronco Flex still available. The orange rip, the 5-time league MVP, the most ever. And actually, Steven, what is this here? There's something on the bottom of that helmet I spy. What does that say? I believe that's a 9 of 12. Is that right?
Hold on.
I'll pause it again for you.
It's coming up on my side here.
Hold on. Maybe I rewind. That looks like 9 of 12.
I see the 9 of 12. I do see it.
So 12 of these supposedly in the world, at least by that artist, LE, 9 out of 12. So that's a unique helmet, to say the least, Peyton Manning. I know, like, having less numbered cards is important, but with helmets, it's the same concept, guys.
I would imagine so.
The less of the helmet out there, the more it goes up in value, the more unique it is, that Peyton Manning. So that one will definitely come out in the break room tonight, Mr. Manning. And that vault is 7 to go on that double, 6 to go, I believe, in the single. And then actually the quad is pretty open. So attack that quad. No numbers coming through for the jerseys, Steven. We are down to the final 6 jerseys left. So I guess I can put these in my wheel picker and let the wheel pick.
So nice when it's that low of a number.
Right, exactly. I know there's an Alvin Kamara still left. That is the one jersey headliner available. How's everyone doing on a Tuesday night? We got 25 people watching across all 3 platforms, Steven. Obviously, we'll get more than that throughout the night, very early in the night. But obviously, 25 people watching, only got like 4 or 5 in the chat. So I want to hear from more of you guys out there. What do you guys want to chase tonight?
So everyone just settling in?
Right. Any good bets going on? How's life? How's the football weekend? Mine was mixed emotions, Steven, but what a win for the Chiefs. The Bears bared. That is for sure.
They kind of matched each other on the opposite ends of the spectrum.
Right.
One for obviously a greater reason.
Decent betting weekend. I think I finished a little bit in the green. Nothing crazy. So that was fun. I also had Amon-Ra St. Brown to get a touchdown this weekend, like my girlfriend. And he came up big on Sunday night at the end
Big win
there.
by that team right there.
Box 20 in the jerseys.
Box 20.
Is anything solid left in the budget squad? Is that the practice squad? I'm guessing that's the practice squad. There's a Tua licensed jersey. Box 20. Tua licensed jersey. You see what happens when Tua's healthy? When he plays, the Dolphins win. Yeah. Although I don't know what the heck he was doing trying to tackle the Rams guy that had the pick, Steven. I don't know what that was. But there's also Ronnie's favorite football player of all time in the practice squad. He claims to be a massive O.J. Simpson fan. Let's see if he'll put his money where his mouth is. O.J. Simpson.
I still rank Ronnie and Sulaco second all time amongst fans of that man.
Jacob Hayes.
Number 1.
Jacob Hayes loves him.
I just don't know if Ronnie went to those depths.
Right. So we do have the juice. You're welcome, Ronnie. O.J. Simpson, a Ronnie and Sulaco favorite. Always brings them up in Thanksgiving, tables. So no doubt about it. We got Brandon Boudreaux, NFC North, NFC South, NFC East. Danielle Lawson in the NFC West. John Rea, AFC North. Carol Daly, AFC South. Mike Butler, AFC East. And Danielle Lawson, AFC West. Our first jersey of the night. Oh, for a second I got really excited. But I was like, there's no way that would be a filler. I saw Wilson Steelers. I got pumped. It's our Wilson, but Roman Wilson.
Oh,
still
wow.
good. Still good, Steven. But I had a second where I hesitated. I was like, wait, what? But then I saw the 10-0. I was like, nah, Russ is 3.
That happened to me yesterday.
Right?
We did a
With
mini
Roman?
No.
Okay.
With a much kind of more of the opposite effect.
Okay.
We had Devontae Adams in the minis.
Ooh.
Not even listed or as a photo headliner.
That happened to me recently, too.
I'm like, guys.
Right?
Guys.
Now, Roman Wilson is a talented receiver looking to catch passes from Russell Wilson. He's currently on IR, but he's a national champion winner with the Michigan Wolverines. Second team All Big Ten last season. They worked this guy in the lineup. Even more depth for that Steelers team. They just got Mike Williams. I'm getting I'm going to put 2 confidence points on the Ravens-Steelers game, Steven. I'm still going to pick the Ravens, but
I think I did 1.
They're 3.5-point favorites, and I'm like, I don't know. It's like a 50-50 game. Pittsburgh, I think, is the real deal, man.
Do you know what they call Mike Tomlin, apparently?
What?
Mediocre Mike.
Who does? The Steeler
fans.
Oh, I know.
I don't get it.
I know. Steeler fans, I love them.
If
but
it's really gonna be Steelers plus 3.5, I'm absolutely taking that.
I think I might bet on the spread as well.
Yes.
Steelers plus 3.5.
That's the Mike Tomlin special right there. If anything, if he feels completely outmatched and people are going to talk about their offenses like they are on completely two different planets, he loves that. He eats that up for breakfast. He's going to have those guys ready to play.
Is it weird that, like, Russell Wilson in particular, Steven, a guy that's a 9-time Pro Bowler, a future Hall of Famer, a Super Bowl champion quarterback, he's kind of like playing with a chip on his shoulder as an underdog. It's kind of how it feels like. Russell Wilson is an underdog
because
in
he gets
Pittsburgh.
grossly discredited because, let's just be honest, he's an interesting guy.
He's an interesting character.
He's an interesting in a different sense.
It
like
wasn't-
there's you can say that term for some guys, and then you know
He's a really good football player.
he's a really
though.
good football player. He's a really good quarterback. He's a Hall of Fame quarterback. And I believe in his first start, he led your guys' offense to the most points they'd scored in like 5 years.
Looks
So
like
I'm done with it.
mediocre Mike made the right call.
Yeah.
Everyone you turn on ESPN and they're like, man, they shouldn't go Russell Wilson.
No, Russell Wilson-
Stick with Justin Fields.
Russell Wilson was the move the whole time.
Turns out mediocre Mike knew what he was doing. So let's close out that vault double, says Richie. So Sean Blasco, as far as shipping, we did go back to shipping Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, not the daily shipping. I do have exciting news. We are getting close on hiring some shipping help. So the hope is, Steven, within a few weeks, we're hoping to be back to daily shipping. But one of the guys that was kind of our number 2 shipper, a guy that was helping out, recently left the company. We're a little bit backed up. With that said, Steven, about 50% of the time, stuff doesn't go out right away. It's actually not us. I know sometimes the UPS, USPS, those guys, sometimes they don't pick up packages. So if we have something ready on a Tuesday and they don't come till Thursday, so I would reach out to customer service if you're having issues on your shipping, but I do promise you it will be there soon. So there you go. So Brad says probably not too far behind. So just a little bit backed up. And now keep this in mind. If you win something over the weekend, it will not ship until Monday morning at the earliest. I know we went Monday to Friday shipping, but it's back to Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But we'll be back to Monday through Friday in due time here, Steven.
All right, once you're done writing that up, you do have a 1 and 4 double. Should I post the last one, right? Because I think we have
Let's do
five,
it. Yeah.
5 boxes. That works.
Let's do 1 double and 1 single for the 1 and 4.
I mean, Mia Hamm and Larry Bird, those are...
I mean, those are American royalty right there. You can argue Mia Hamm, the best female
one's
soccer
on
player.
literal USA jersey.
Right? And then Larry Bird is on what I call the most dominant team of all time, Steven. Would the current team beat the dream team? I don't know. There's arguments to be made for both sides. I can tell you this about the dream team, though. The rest of the world is way, way closer.
Yes.
The dream team, the rest of the world was not close. That is the most dominant team in the history of sports. Just compared to the rest of the competition, they weren't even close.
They took care of business.
Like they're up by 30 or 40 every game, sometimes 50. The listed headliner Russell Wilson in practice squad wasn't authentic, says Vernal. So the more you know. There's goodies everywhere, man. Goodies everywhere. 1 and 4 double number 1 dropped me 2 box numbers. In fact, in this 1 and 4 last night, I pulled a Champ Bailey authentic helmet, Steven.
Nice.
In a past 1 and 4, wait for this one. I've pulled a Joe Montana authentic secondary headliner. So, I mean, come on. The series is nuts, guys. The Champ Bailey was not even listed, Steven.
Yeah, I know.
Jaden
It's
Reed
just
authentic, not even listed.
crazy to
Talented
think.
young receiver. The 1 and 4 is a lot like the diamonds in the vault. Everything in that series is Herbie
I
fully
think
loaded.
we've pulled like an Amon-Ra St. Brown USC authentic in a one. Yeah, it's silly.
the
It's
Sun
silly.
God.
So the other 3 boxes in that series are going to be good.
Mark
regardless.
Smith in the house. We got Jeremy O'Rourke, Carol Daly, and Josh Montgomery. Let me know, guys, on a Oh, hello, hello. Do you hear me now? I don't know if I just unchecked this on accident. Do you guys hear me now? Yeah, do you hear me now? I feel like I'm the guy that does those AT&T commercials. Yeah, do you hear me now? Or maybe he is Sprint. Actually, let me double check my own audio. So Mark says he hears me. Okay, so I think we're back. 31 and then one more. There we go. I hear myself. Boom. Good. Good. Vern says he got me. Mark got me. Josh got me. How about one more number, guys? 31 from Steven. And we do have one more in this double box. Boy, this is heavy, Steven. This is probably a full-size authentic helmet. Unless it's one of those NASCAR helmets. I don't know. There could be multiple. A lot of NASCAR fans out there, that's for sure. So Mark, Jeremy, Caro, and Josh. Let me know. Mark, Jeremy, Caro, and Josh. I need a number in the 1 in 4 double number 1. 2 numbers. I need one more. I'll give him 30 seconds, Steven, on this as well. Josh says 5.
All right, we can do that.
You know, maybe I turned the audio off on purpose, Steven, just to see if they're awake, right?
Yeah,
Right, to catch them off guard. I didn't do that, but we'll pretend that I did.
Just for the cook's sanity.
Oh, the cooks? Okay, yeah. You don't want them coming after you, Steven.
Yeah, no, I'm not going on that.
Abby, if you're out there, we'll go chronological order starting with box 5 here.
Is it chronological or numerical?
Numerical. I don't know. Bob will come after me if it's wrong,
I'm going to be
Steven.
honest with you, though, Kamen. Chronological just sounds better.
It does sound better.
It sounds more real, so...
It's one of those things that just makes sense even though it's wrong.
Exactly. It might be wrong, but...
It's the whole...
I know what you mean.
It's the whole February versus February.
Oh, gosh.
You know, it's technically February, Steven, but everyone says February.
Yeah, it's whatever. It sounds whatever it
I
is.
did a story once
The
back in
month's
my...
not offended.
I did a story back in my day, and I said February in the story, and everyone was like, you know, it's February. Like, I had to look at it, like, no, I was right, it's February. Just no one says it that way.
Just because you don't want to emphasize all the letters in the name.
Right. All right, let's get these guys set up here. Randomizer going up, 6 clicks for our spots. Basketball spot for Larry Bird. Everything else for lid in box 31, Steven. Could be a football helmet. We got Carol Daly in the football spot. Jeremy O'Rourke in the basketball spot. Josh Montgomery in the baseball. And Mark Smith, everything else. Good luck, guys. Box 5 coming up. Cinco. What's in the box? Boy, the headliner ratios just got better. It's now a 2 in 4 chance at a headliner. We got the cast of Hoosiers, Steven.
Ooh.
Bob Boulet's all-time favorite movie. I believe this is everyone but Gene Hackman. I know Gene Hackman is the famous coach, the coach from The Replacements. No Gene Hackman, but all the other guys are on this autographed jersey. It's actually a stat jersey, 1954 state champions, based on Milan, Indiana High School. Release date November 14th, 1986. Directed by David Anspaugh. Box office $28.6 million.
A ballin'.
Holy cow!
Well done. I like reading up on the history of the real teams after these movies.
Yeah.
You know, do you know who this team beat on their way to that state title?
Was it let's see, 19? I don't know.
It's a player.
Okay.
Oscar Robertson.
Ooh, that's
They
not
took
bad.
out Oscar Robertson.
See, my immediate thought was Larry Bird, but I was like, 54. Bird was not in high school.
Not quite yet, but no. But no, they took out the walking triple double.
Wow.
One of the best players of the 60s and 70s. Yeah, that
Right.
if you go into a game like that and you beat that team with a player like that, who else is going to beat you?
Nobody.
You
already conquered the big dog.
Unreal confidence in that.
And in high school basketball, Oscar Robertson.
I'm sure he was a freak.
1954 high school basketball.
I'm
Steven.
sure he was an issue.
I'm sure he was pretty good. So just to clarify, guys, for the all movies, all entertainment. I know it's a basketball jersey. But the movie Hoosiers was based on, yes, a real team, but the movie was a sports movie. It was not autographed by actual sports athletes. So this is the everything else section for Mark Smith. Richie Knight says, Caro Daly the Shark in the break. You know what Caro's nickname is, Richie? She told me this last Wednesday in the ultimate swagger move in UA history, Steven.
Okay.
She said, my name is Caro Ass Daly. S stands for sniper.
Oh, yes, I remember that.
And then
yeah.
she sniped 2 breaks in a row.
Wow.
So she
Called her shot.
She walked the talk and backed it up.
All right, we are 1 to go on the practice squad.
Okay, the single.
The single, yes. 7 to go on the double.
All right, got that Tua licensed jersey still out there. So the best lefty quarterback in the game. We'll put this Hoosiers away. Fun little fact about the Hoosiers movie. I know our owner, Matt Salas, personally went to this autograph signing. At that same autograph signing, Peyton Manning was signing as well. And Peyton Manning, according to Matt, available in our Vault Series, guys, he was able to name every single member of the cast. Apparently, it's one of Peyton Manning's all-time favorite movies,
Yeah,
Hoosiers.
there you go.
So,
You got to have some room.
right?
That brain calculates a lot of stuff.
It does calculate. That's Peyton Manning and Peyton Manning.
Right, exactly.
Like the commercials, right? I love Peyton Manning. He's a guy that everybody knows too, Steven. Whether, you're a football fan, but if you watch commercials, you watch TV, he's all over the Manning cast. He's all over television. A guy that has, stood the test of time.
Absolutely.
Hasn't played in a long time, but everybody still knows Peyton Manning.
Oh, yeah. We love Peyton.
Peyton. All right, box 31. This feels very heavy. This is probably a full-size authentic, although I can never guarantee in the 1 and 4 because there's a lot of sick, unique items in here. This one, though, is a traditional helmet. Ah, my favorite. I have a really good stat about this player coming up, Steven. We got a mooning
on the
in your face, Caro Daly.
There we go.
Mooning in the face. It is Warren Moon, Hall of Fame 06, Houston Oiler authentic. Absolutely terrific looking lid. 9-time Pro Bowler, I believe, for Warren Moon.
Incredible.
The first black quarterback in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. But you want to hear my fun statistics, Steven? I saw this stat across Twitter. This was a list of a bunch of the all-time great quarterbacks.
Okay.
And there's only 3 guys in the history of the NFL, at least of this list of all-time great quarterbacks, that have a better passer rating against playoff teams compared to non-playoff teams.
Okay.
So this speaks to guys playing their best against the best. Can you name the 3 guys? Obviously,
Yeah.
one you can probably guess here since I'm bringing it up.
Warren Moon.
Warren Moon.
That makes sense. You're going to have to tell me. I'm not 100% sure.
Both probably Mount Rushmore quarterbacks. Winners.
Wow.
Not the GOAT, but maybe a guy that could be a GOAT.
Joe Montana.
Joe Montana.
Joe Montana. Dan Marino?
No.
No. See, Dan Marino goes on a lot of players like, this is the best guy I ever played, but because he didn't get the Super Bowl.
It was either Moon or Montana was second and third.
That's a good
And
list.
it had like all the all-time greats, like all the best current quarterbacks and all the best ever. Like Peyton Manning was on this list. I think it was, Brett Favre was on the list. Dan Marino. I think it was like every Hall of Fame quarterback ever.
There
And all
you
the
go.
best modern guys.
That
And
makes
there's only
sense.
3 guys that played better against the better teams compared to their typical averages. It was Mahomes, Moon, and Montana.
You do have a practice squad single, by the way.
Perfect.
I just want to
Mooning
hear
in the
stat.
break, baby, says our guy Blake. That Texas lid is sick. Who is it? Warren Moon, Houston Oiler lid. She says, love that it's an Oiler lid. I've been looking for one of those. Yes. And Verno already guessing Joe Montana on the trivia question. Of course, it is Joe Montana, man. He is a beast.
Should I do another single for the practice squad?
Sure. It's moving now.
Let's see.
Let's put another one up. I mean, it sold out pretty quick. So we'll put one up. We can always readjust, Steven.
A licensed jersey for $47.
It's pretty good.
Not pretty good. It's outstanding. Mm-hmm. Even if you get 2 or 3 spots. licensed jerseys without the autograph cost $150 to $250 depending on where you go.
Right.
So, and let alone it's the
That's
starting
a
quarterback
two
of the
autograph.
not the Marlins, the
Marlins,
Dolphins.
The Dolphins.
A form of a dolphin.
Right. Go ahead and drop me a box number for the practice squad single. We got Verno Henderson, Carol Daly, Josh Montgomery, and we got a new person, Jace Sumner. Let me know Jace on the squad, and then Scott Killian.
They should name their dolphin mascot Marlin.
Right?
Marlin the dolphin.
That'd be nice. That'd be nice.
And then the Marlins mascot can name theirs Dolphin.
Have
Dolphin
I
the
ever-
Marlin.
Have I ever told you Little League common baseball history, Steven?
Sometimes.
There was a run of like 3 or 4 years in a row that I happened to be on the Little League team that won the World Series. It was
wow.
like I was thinking it was Yankees, D-backs, then it was like Marlins and Phillies.
Oh, okay.
All 4 years in a row.
There you go.
So
So we're doing
30 from Scott was first.
30 from Scott.
Yeah, that chrome lid is sick. Andre Johnson, it's a Houston kind of night so far that Andre Johnson pulled in the earlier show. So practice squad 3030 coming off the ticker. All right. And keep it rolling, guys, in the break room. I mean, that 1 in 4, by the way, that was the fillers. Warren Moon, Hoosiers fillers. There's 3 boxes left. Larry Bird, Mia Hamm. It's a 2 in 3 chance at a headliner. And then we drop a new college series in the room as soon as that 1 in 4 is gone. So it's going to be a fire series. The vault is 3 to go. In that double box with Peyton Manning still out there. Diamond quad also 3 to go. So knocking on that door of multiple breaks. Keep it coming, guys. Keep those orders coming. Let's keep having fun in the UA Live break room. 6 clicks on the way. We talking about practice, the flea flicker. All right. Verno Henderson up top. You've got the NFC North, Vern. NFC South is Josh Montgomery. Josh in the NFC East, NFC West. Jace has the AFC North. Scott, AFC South. Josh Montgomery, you've got the Tua spot, AFC East. And Carol Daly in the AFC West. 30 of 30. I call it the Steph Curry box. Terrell Davis in football terms. Messi on PSG. Ken Griffey on the Reds. A lot of good 30 athletes. Speaking of athletes, that's an authentic Yes Carol on the Moon. This is an athlete right here. One of the best athletes in football history. The hashtag Madden Goats. MV7, Michael Vick on the Eagle jersey. Now, Michael Vick out of prison. Steven goes to the Eagles, supposed to be the backup quarterback. Injury happens. The door is open for Vick, and had probably his best season, at least as a passing quarterback.
Absolutely.
With the Eagles. I still think of that throw to Deshaun Jackson on the Monday Night Football game.
Right, like the 90-something yarder.
That's like one of the top 5 throws in league history.
It's an incredible. He always had a great arm. Just the accuracy was kind of
the issue.
not always there, but Andy Reid set it up nicely for him there in Philadelphia when he came back.
Yeah, imagine had he started with Andy Reid.
Right?
We could have been talking Canton. I mean, this guy was really good.
Absolutely. I mean, he was that. Who's the first quarterback to go into Green Bay and beat them in the playoffs?
Him.
At home.
And now it's
Michael
a regular
Vick,
thing.
And now it's a regular thing.
It's a regular thing, and we love it.
He walked so everyone else could,
right? Still has the most career rushing yards by a quarterback. I know Lamar Jackson is knocking on that door. Will probably tear it down the next couple of years, but for now, it's still Michael Vick. Nice job, Josh Montgomery, the 4-time Pro Bowler, the Madden GOAT. Very nice, Josh. Very, very nice.
I think we are 3 to go on that vault.
I
double.
know,
So
it's
let's
moving.
Keep it going, ladies and gentlemen.
Peyton Manning in the house. What's up, Andrew? Let's get that Peyton Manning here tonight in the UA Live break room.
Don't see why that shouldn't be happening.
We talk about Peyton Manning as a Colt,
Right.
but his best season ever, Steven, came as a Bronco. Has 55 passing touchdowns. Single season record. That has not been broken. 2013 for Peyton Manning. And he had, good receivers, but nobody that was crazy. I mean, like, Sure, Demaryius Thomas, RIP,
Right.
pretty good receiver. He didn't have Randy Moss on his team, though. Didn't have Jerry Rice. Didn't have Justin Jefferson, who was also available in that Vault series. He kind of made those guys better. Demaryius Thomas was his number one.
Yep, absolutely.
Pretty average for a number one guy.
Right.
So he really made it happen that season. The single best passing season ever. I actually remember a run from that season. It was the Cowboys-Broncos game, and Peyton Manning faked everybody out and ran it in for a 1-yard touchdown. It was crazy.
Yeah.
It was like a CBS game against Romo.
Yeah, you gotta
as the
sell
quarterback. So
Gotta sell it.
gotta sell the fake.
He was always great at that.
I guess what is that? Is Arch his nephew?
Arch
Is that right?
nephew, yes.
Nephew. I'm really bad at those family relationships. He's quite a bit more
Arch is
athletic.
the kid of the third brother.
Yes, that's
Actually,
who
he's
he
technically
is.
the first brother. Sorry, but the one we don't talk about.
Right? So Alden Bello, we do typically ship on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday morning. Then it takes 2 to 3 business days to arrive from the day we ship. So I know the guy that was talking about having their helmets on the 7th, Steven. Just to clarify, it's a couple business days. So if we missed it Friday, they'll probably will shipped out on Monday. So it'll be there any day now. But it's typically Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 2 to 3 business days from when they ship. So depending on what day you win, it could take anywhere from as little as 2 days, Steven, to as many as 6 to 7 days. But we are a little backed up right now. I know our number 2 shipping guy has left the company, but there will be more shipping help on the way from what I'm told, Steven. Very, very soon. Reinforcements on the way. You're welcome, Alden. Very welcome. Andrew says, do you think the Chiefs are going to lose this season? That's a really tough question. I'll be honest. I've said it the whole year, Steven, they're going to lose at some point, but after watching that Bronco game, I don't know anymore. Certainly, if they're going to lose, this is the weekend that makes sense for them to lose in Buffalo.
Yeah.
I
think they should lose.
I'm putting 2 confidence points on the Chiefs.
I think they should lose a game. I don't know which game. That's their choice. But
I think they're more prone to losing to a random team personally because they're a little bit less
not
focused.
The Panthers.
Not the Panthers. Chargers are good this year.
I still
Division opponent.
haven't used the Chiefs in Survivor.
Yeah.
And I'm scared to use them because I don't know what I'm going to get. I know I'm going to get a win.
Panthers a 2-game winning streak.
Exactly. They're streaking.
Right.
You got to be careful about those Panthers.
So Eric, just keep in mind, sometimes stuff gets shipped out all 5 items at once. I know sometimes we ship things out in different boxes so your items don't get damaged, but your stuff will get there. No doubt about that. It always does, right? We are really good at making sure you guys get all your autographed memorabilia. So, Steven, let's look at this Vault series. We're down to 19 boxes left. We got 9 total headliners left, including, 6 photoed headliners. Plus, we have a Vault key. We have this Peyton Manning Lunar Speed Flex, one of the most valuable helmets, definitely worth over $1,000. It's a Rip Flex with the visor. And by the way, if you guys can't see this, this is number out of 12. So there's 12 of these out there. I believe this is 9 out of 12, Steven, on the back of the helmet. I guess we'll see for sure when we open it up. But
always nice having a numbered item in your collection.
Right? It adds a little bit more value. It makes the helmet a little bit more unique. Think about that. There's 12 of these out there in the world, and you got one of the 12, Steven.
Right?
And it's Peyton Manning, man.
Peyton Manning.
That dude is just different.
One of the best all time.
Yeah. I mean, for the longest time, Steven, I was stuck on the Brady versus Manning debate. Brady won it for me more so because of his post-40 career. But if you stack up Manning and Brady, take the rings out of it, which I know, probably not a fair thing to do. 36-37. I mean, Brady had 3 MVPs. Manning has 5 MVPs. I think he's a better regular season quarterback, but obviously 7 rings versus 2. I would agree Brady's the GOAT, but I don't think it's an unfair statement to make. If Peyton Manning played for Bill Belichick in those defenses, does he have 6-7 Super Bowls? I guess we'll never know. My gut instinct is if he had the same situation Brady had, he probably has 7 as well. That's how good he is.
It's easy to.
I know it's an impossible thing to do.
Yeah, but again,
it's fun.
But also,
it's fun.
It's a fun thing to think about. That I like that switch. But let's switch eras.
Yeah.
What if Manning and Brady are dueling it out right now in this era, and those teams are constructed as such? We're talking about Peyton Manning in a much different light.
Yeah.
Than, again, not saying second or third best quarterback all time is a big light or anything, but his team, the Colts, would dominate more this era than the era that they played
with receivers, can get away with more these days, right?
in. Yeah, absolutely.
So that's a sick looking lid. We do have one guy that I think Peyton Manning and everyone would struggle against is Myles Garrett. Having this dude in your face, Steven, it's no joke.
He's an
Defensive
issue.
Player of the Year last year. I would have voted TJ Watt, but guess what? Who would have been my second pick? Myles Garrett.
Myles Garrett.
It's like 1A and 1B. You pick TJ Watt, you pick Myles Garrett. I know Hutch is on his way. I know Micah's really good, but I think given the consistency of the last 3 to 4 years, Bosa's really good too, but I think it's Watt 1, Garrett 2. If we're talking about in the world as a pass rusher, you're
Or
pretty
anything.
good. Right? Or
Yeah,
anything.
top 2 in anything is absolutely
Speaking of top
spectacular.
2, I've been going back and forth between Jefferson and Hill. I know Chase is really good as well. Lamb. I think I'm ready to say that right now it's probably Jay Jettis. I know Jamar has right now the better numbers, but Justin Jefferson, probably the best receiver in the league. It's a beautiful speed, authentic with the purple visor. One of the most popular athletes with the gritty. I mean, all the kids at football camp, Steven, they want a gritty all the time. What does that mean? That means the next generation of collectors, they're going to want a Justin Jefferson lid.
Right. That's
He's
fair.
going to be the Jerry Rice of this generation, the one guy that could possibly pass up Jerry Rice on the all-time leading receiver list. Speaking of all-time greats, Rob Gronkowski, top 5 tight end of all time. Wherever Tom Brady goes, Rob Gronkowski follows, right? They love each other.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I don't know. Do the Bucks win the Super Bowl without Gronk? I don't know. I mean, their defense won that Super Bowl, but Gronk had a touchdown. Antonio Brown had a touchdown. Leonard Fournette had a touchdown. And Tom Brady had a couple touchdown passes.
Right, yeah.
So without those 4 guys added to that team, who knows what happens, right?
That's the one peculiar aspect about football that is kind of underappreciated. Like, it feels like a best of 7 series. Those guys would have been worn down.
Yeah.
But all Gronk, Brady, the vets,
You give them 2 weeks to
2
rest
weeks
and
to
get
rest
ready.
and just dial it up for one game, they can absolutely make that happen. No problem.
Speaking of Super Bowls, in my opinion, a guy that will be headed to his 2nd Super Bowl of his career, Jared Goff, looking terrific for the Lions.
Love that helmet.
I actually really liked his post-game interview, Steven. That helmet is sick, by the way. You're right. The Lions alternate authentic. I think not every interception is equal. I watched that whole Texans game. I know you were working here. Obviously, you were keeping an eye on it, but didn't really watch it. If you go back and watch those clips, about 3 of those 5 picks, like 2 tip balls, a Hail Mary at the end of the game. He's like, you know what? I had some bad luck. I'm not going to let it,
No.
disappoint me.
No, that
5 picks, it didn't matter, Steven.
I didn't get to watch it, but I listened to podcasts like when I'm going home,
Yeah.
at work, like all that stuff. So then I heard about it, and yeah, not all interceptions are created equal.
Right.
Exactly. And it's kind of the knock on Rodgers when it's back in his day. Like, yeah, he didn't throw a lot of interceptions, but it's also like, did he take a lot of chances?
Goff takes chances.
Goff takes chances, and look what that offense does.
The
The offense is overwhelming.
Yeah, I've got Chiefs, Lions in my Super Bowl, my preseason pick. I've seen nothing that would lead me to change that pick. Jared Goff growing in popularity,
Even an
growing in
injury to
autograph
Aiden
value.
Hutchinson would.
Right?
That's how great. And for some reason, I don't get it, but it feels like their defense is playing better
Yeah.
than
It's
it
next
was
man
with,
up, step up.
then they got
And I know-
Darius Smith.
Yeah, he was out as well. It didn't matter.
Didn't matter. They
It
were just
didn't
unreal.
matter. And Lions won with their defense, too, in that second half.
When they needed to lock in, they locked in.
Jerome Bettis still available on that beautiful STS Authentic. That is 6 photoed Authentics in 19 boxes left. Secondary headliners, Marshall Faulk still available. Rondé Barber still available. And Hall of Fame receiver Tim Brown. Plus, we got a vault key as well. So 10 and 19 chance in the vault, guys. Let's get after it. 2 to go on that double. You can double up with a Jay Jettis flex and a Jared Goff Authentic. Those two lids combined in that 2,000 range ballpark, maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more. You know, helmet values do differ depending on where you go. But in the ballpark of 2,000, even if we lowball it, say 17, 1,800, I would say 17, 1,800 or 2,000 or 2,200, Steven, is a whole lot more than 178.
Yeah, right.
You get the Goff and the Jefferson with one spot in there. You are doing pretty good.
You're doing all right. I 100% agree.
Tim Brown, by the way, Tim Brown, a Raider legend. You can pair Tim Brown with Peyton Manning. That's a lunar flex Peyton Manning in that 1,500-ish ballpark. You add the Tim Brown to it again, getting close to that $2,000 range combined. One spot, two helmets. Rondé Barber, secondary headliner. Buccaneer great. Rondé Barber, Rob Gronkowski, one spot, two helmets. How about Myles Garrett and Jerome Bettis? AFC North, one spot, two helmets. There is plenty of chances to double up. 46 of you watching. Let's get this vault double done next, Steven. What do you guys say?
Absolutely.
I'm seeing 2 to go. Bob says, end of the first at the Garden. Rangers 1, Jets 1. There we go, Bob. Mr. Hockey, watching his hockey. So I guess I'll do a quick look at some of the other series while we wait to fill up those final 2 spots, Steven. This 1 and 4 is down to just 3 boxes left. 1 double, 1 single. We got 2 headliners, the Larry Bird Team USA jersey. A lot of folks talked about how Larry Bird was past his prime when it was the Dream Team. You know what Michael Jordan said? He said, I'm only playing for that team if Larry Bird plays for that team. He's like, find me a 6 foot, 10 guy, 6'7", 8, 9, 10, small forward that can shoot,
right,
rebound, and pass like Larry Bird. I don't care if his back is dead. Larry Bird can do everything you need on the court. Spectacular player, Larry Bird. One of the most skilled players in the history of sports, Steven. Had Larry Bird had the athleticism of Michael Jordan or LeBron James, he might be the GOAT.
He might be.
Right?
He might literally be.
Like, I think that if you look at, like, pass, shoot, dribble, basketball skill-wise, it's probably between him and Curry.
He was the
for
total package.
Right?
Absolutely.
He's awesome.
And just in-game sense.
We don't get a lot of USA Dream Team jerseys. We got a lot of Larry Bird, but it's almost always a basketball or a Celtic jersey.
Right.
This Team USA jersey, pretty rare item in the room. Mia Hamm, also pretty rare item. Soccer legend. All the girl dads out there, get your daughters a autographed Mia Hamm soccer ball, perhaps.
2 and 3 chance.
Right? 1999 World Cup. The first World Cup that I would say really put women's soccer on the map. She was the best player on that team. Icon Mia Hamm. My favorite commercials ever. Her and Michael Jordan. Anything you can do, I can do better.
Yeah, it's a good one.
That's, I believe, the Gatorade commercial back then. So 2 and 3 chance at a headliner in that 1 and 4. Practice squad all of a sudden, Steven. 5 boxes left. And we got Tua licensed jersey and OJ Simpson stat jersey. AFC East looking at a hot spot to double up. Trash talking is GOAT level, right? Larry Bird was arguably the best trash talker of all time.
That's true.
He would tell people, I'd shoot with my left hand, and it's going in. I'm going to go to the right and shoot over you. He would do it every time, Larry Bird. And his numbers were really good, Steven. Let's be honest about Larry Bird. He played on one of the best teams in the 80s.
Yep.
Kevin McHale. They had a bunch of guys in that squad where Larry could have scored 30 a game if he wanted to. Didn't have to.
Did not need to.
And they have so much balance on that Celtics team. Robert Parrish, Dennis Johnson. That was a squad, those 80s Celtics. Now, speaking of basketball, how about the 2 best players arguably in the world right now? I mean, obviously, Curry, LeBron, SGA, Luka. There's a lot of guys in that discussion. I would still say, for me, Nikola Jokic is definitely number 1. I think any top basketball player discussion, for me personally, Steven, starts with Jokic.
That's fair.
He's doing things right now that nobody has ever done. Walking triple-double with 50+% efficiency. Love Jokic, number 1 player in the world. And factor in defense, if he's healthy, Giannis could be number 2, certainly top 5 Giannis Antetokounmpo. Alonzo Mourning licensed jersey. We got the Jason Kidd licensed jersey. One of the most famous basketball players ever. Sports personalities. Shaquille O'Neal still available. Jalen Brunson.
That's a great hit.
Finished top 5 in MVP voting last season. The small left-handed shooter for the Knicks. Beautiful hit on Jalen Brunson as well. 8 headliners in the final 17 boxes with Dennis Rodman and Sean Kemp still lurking. Diamonds are down to 9 boxes left, Steven. 3 headliners left. Amon-Ra St. Brown, one of the most consistent receivers in the league. I believe he scored a touchdown in like 6 or 7 straight games.
Yeah.
Amon-Ra, anytime touchdown scorer to play for all bettors. Tony Dorsett, Joe Mixon. I mean, this guy, Joe Mixon, has had quite the season for the Texans.
A big-time pickup for
I
them.
believe 3rd in the league in rushing yards per game behind Henry and Saquon. Amon-Ra, Joe Mixon only going up in value for sure. 6 to go in that vault single, $89 for a Peyton Manning Lunar Flex is nuts. 7 to go in the jerseys. Got that Alvin Kamara still left. It's a brand new mini helmet series. I believe every single headliner is left in here. Troy Polamalu, Ty Law, Terrell Suggs, some early 2000s defensive stars. How about some receivers? Tyreek Hill, Stephon Diggs, NFL's all-time leading rusher Emmitt Smith, Mean Joe Green, LaDainian Tomlinson, Bijan Robinson, and Steve Young. And when I looked at this mini series, I thought this to myself, Steven. In your average mini helmet series, usually Steve Young would be the best name in the series. Tyreek Hill would be the best name in the series. Emmitt Smith would be the best name in the series. We don't really have mini helmet series with this many big headliners.
That's
usually.
true. That's very true.
I do like the Roddy White secondary headliner as well. Pair that with the Bijan Robinson. A lot of options in those minis.
Also, Kyron Williams he's been a headliner before.
He's awesome.
And he's a secondary in that one, so
Yeah, we do
a little
have
more juice in the minis.
There's a lot of juice in there. I think
We also
jerseys. I know this says sold out. Did we do a jersey personal?
we have a few jersey personals.
Okay,
Actually.
so we can leave this as sold out because I'm only down to 5 jerseys left, Steven.
yeah, I was just say,
We can do those here in a second then.
we have 3 jersey personals.
So that'll be 2 jerseys left in a new series.
Mm-hmm.
So we have the jerseys as personals, the minis, full-size reps. We have yet to do one of these. Pretty good rep series. Amon-Ra again, Tomlinson and Gates, Warren
Jets.
Moon on that iced white Viking lid.
That's clean.
Devontae Adams on the Jets, Tyreek Hill as well, Champ Bailey. Nice looking rep helmets. We do have 2 headliner packages left. 1 mini, 1 jersey, 1 rep, 1 authentic, 4 autographed items, just under $1,800 if you guys want them. So let's get this vault double done first. One spot to go, Steven. Then if nothing else is full after that, we'll knock out those 3 jersey personals. Want to see that Peyton Manning here very soon.
So if you're eyeing out that Alvin Kamara,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if you want to take your shot now or take your shot after,
Right?
because that's the way
Yeah.
you could run the risk, and it might be a 1 in 2 chance at him, or there's gonna be 3 shots at it getting him in the next whenever we're done with the double in the vault.
Can you double check this Benjamin Mayotte jersey personal? Because I know sometimes the Sick Club is a jersey spot. If you want to just double check
hold on,
that,
that
there
might be
wasn't a mistake made.
That might be a mini.
And that could be a mini as well, because I know
That is a mini.
It is a mini?
That is a mini. Yep.
so 2 jerseys left. Either way, we can leave the jersey personals down because we are super close
Yeah.
on closing out that series. So vault double, then we'll run the jersey personals, the mini personal, then we'll keep the party rolling here tonight. Ooh. I gotta do math, Steven. I think my live over looks good though. Although I don't know about Charlotte in the second quarter. I know I bet the Magic and Hornets, I believe, over today.
To what?
Let me pull it up. I don't know if you have any good bets tonight for these guys. Dom and I have been
Taking
on
a
fire.
breather. Yeah.
You have anything good? A bunch probably going on?
No, I'm taking a breather.
Oh, a breather. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all need a breather once in a while. Trying to remember what it
My
was.
play yesterday was Bulls +8.
Okay. 212 and a half.
They're on pace for that.
And the live is 210. So it could go either way.
Yeah.
210.5 is the live right now. It's
yeah.
right there. It is right there. So I don't know if you guys have any good bets going down tonight. Let us know. But let's get this vault done. One spot to go. Vault double. Peyton Manning still available. Justin Jefferson. Rob Gronkowski. Speaking of guy that's everywhere. All over Fox football, Subway commercials. Jerome Bettis.
Missing field goals.
Justin Jefferson. So fake spike vault. Peyton's had a fake spike or two back in his day. I know on Sunday Night Football, one of the things they were showing, Steven, was really good play action fakes.
Mm-hmm.
And Chris Collinsworth was showing off how good Jared Goff's was, comparing him to Peyton Manning on the play action fake as far as convincing the other team that the running back has the ball.
Mm-hmm.
So I know it's called fake spike, but it could be called play action fake as well.
Yeah.
These guys know what they're doing. That's what's crazy about Jared Goff, Steven. I think a lot of people think of him as an underdog. Jared Goff was a first overall pick.
First overall pick
Out of Cal.
You know, he's a smart guy. Cal, you don't go to Cal for just football, you know?
No, he's a nice guy too, Jared Goff. Hard not to cheer for him and the Lions this season. So one spot to go. Jared Goff could be yours, guys. Peyton Manning could be yours. Justin Jefferson, Myles Garrett, Jerome Bettis. Who's going to get that final vault spot done? You know what's going to happen, Steven. A, we can pull Manning in the very next box. B, usually the magic number is 15 boxes or less left. If there's a big name or two, there's a big chase.
Yep, absolutely.
That double puts us at 17 left. The Manning chase, the Jefferson chase, it could get hot very soon. And you know what happens? Like, for example, last night, we had a 1-4 chase. Early on in the show, nobody was jumping in. It was taking too long. And then Andrew Webb came in and took all the spots. And everyone was like, man, this guy's getting all the wins. I'm like, yeah, you should have bought the spots earlier, right?
I mean, there's always lulls. You can always take advantage at some point,
Mm-hmm.
but you got to do it.
Are we sold out?
We are sold out on
Sold
that
out. Vault double, the fake spike. So I will put this in the chat. Vault double number 1, guys. Go ahead and drop me 2 box numbers. And the more of these we knock out, the more we know, quote unquote, where we stand, Steven. And then we'll do those jersey personals and mini personal next. I know Ben Mayotte is a guy that's often in the chat if you're out there, Ben. And I believe it's 2 personals for Sterling Williams. So we'll do Sterling's jerseys first. Then we'll do Ben's mini. So let me know if you're out there, guys. We got 12 and 16 from Scott Killian. Thank you, Scott.
12 and 16.
Richard Knight, Benjamin Mayotte, Scott Killian, Mark Smith, Anthony Zimmerman, and Paul Filanowski. We're going 6 clicks for our spots. I don't know if Scott has figured out which credit card to use. I know we have figured out that Amanda Killian is hands down the good luck charm, Steven. She's the one that makes things happen in that family.
Right.
Let's see if Scott can be more like Amanda. So 5 and 6 clicks. Richard Knight, you've got the NFC North, Richard. We got Benjamin Mayotte in the NFC South. Paul Filanowski, NFC East. Richard, by the way, has that Jetta spot. Ben has that Gronk spot. We got Mark Smith in the NFC West. Richard Knight, AFC North. Could it be Myles Garrett or Jerome Bettis? Scott Killian, the AFC South. Benjamin Mayotte, the AFC East. And Anthony Zimmerman in the AFC West. Looking for Peyton Manning, Mr. Zimmerman. That is a Broncos Peyton Manning, not a Colts. So it's the AFC West that would take home the Peyton Manning. A guy that won a Super Bowl with 2 different teams. It's pretty hard to do, Steven. Pretty hard to do. Box 12 coming up. Do we have one of the all-time greats inside the Brady box? Manning and Brady not usually too far behind each other, right? Those guys were neck and neck all those years. Ooh. You know, he was the #1 back last night. Raheem Mostert is back, but the Dolphins gave the bulk of the carries to the speedy man, Devon Achane. That is the AFC East, Benjamin Mayotte. Beautiful, authentic in the vault. Filler,
that is
authentic Devon Achane.
Oh, my gosh.
No doubt one of the best running backs in the league for many years to come. Absolutely love this hit. Devon Achane. Now, it might be a little bit late for the Dolphins to make a playoff run because of all those 2 injuries, Steven. But that's a team I'm not going to want to play down the stretch.
Nope, not
They
at
could
all.
spoil a lot of parties because of their speed, which is just terrific. So Achane, might get to 1,000 yards this year, maybe a little bit less, but he's efficient, Steven. 457 yards on 4.4 yards per carry.
What's his total yards?
His total
receiving
yards. Well, he's got 317 receiving yards.
There, that makes much more sense.
So that would put him at just under 800 total yards, just over the halfway mark of the season.
That makes sense.
So very efficient guy. Last year had 7.8 yards a carry.
He was unreal.
800
year.
yards. So
Unreal.
they caught up to him a little bit, but usually league average around 4.1 or so, Steven. He's at 4.4 yards per carry.
He's above average.
Still above average. Devon Achane, terrific running back for Benjamin Mayotte. And as Tua gets healthier, Tyreek gets healthier, which, by the way, Tyreek has been playing hurt all year.
Mm-hmm.
You know what happens when those guys are fully healthy? More holes open up.
Right, yep.
Makes life easy on Devon Achane.
Makes
There we
life
go,
easier on
Ben.
everybody.
Right?
And that's just not even a listed name. Devon
No.
Achane going to the top of your fantasy drafts. One of the best young running backs in the game.
And he was a really good guy for keeper leagues, especially.
Right, yeah.
Because, he's going to go up in value. Mostert's a little bit older as they kind of fully phase him out, move to Achane as the running back. His number's only going to go up. No doubt about that. Nice win for the Dolphins last night.
Very nice win.
Admittedly, I did not pick them, Steven, but they proved me wrong. They
I
got
didn't
some
pick 'em
spunk
either.
left in them,
I
right?
did not pick him either.
All right, the second box in the double box. Good job, Ben. Ben Mayotte with Devon Achane.
What do we got in there?
Let us take a peek-see inside, Steven. It will not be a headliner, at least not a photoed headliner, because it is a full-size replica helmet. All the photoed headliners in the vault are all authentic. Ooh,
Ooh, who'd you get?
man. How is this not at least a secondary headliner? Even on a rep, man, this is nice. This single season rushing leader. 2,105 rush yards, Steven. The most ever for a season. Eric Dickerson.
Alrighty then.
Filler hit. Hall of Fame 99 slate helmet. That is Mark Smith in the NFC West. Eric Dickerson, a top 10 running back of all time. If not pushing top 5. I mean, he's top 10 all time in rush yards. And nobody has more rushing yards in a season than him.
I mean, I guess.
Right? That's a filler.
That makes no sense.
So had a 9 and 19 chance at a headliner. Now it's 9 and 17 with the vault key. It's a 10 and 17 chance at a photoed headliner, a secondary headliner, or a vault key. Authentic Devon Achane in full-size rep with the Hall of Fame 99. Impeccable autograph. The goggles champion himself, Eric Dickerson. It's pretty good, man.
Ah, very, very good.
That is pretty good. Mark Smith. Nicely done. Nicely done, Mark. Let's run this back, folks. In the meantime, we'll knock out those jersey and mini personals. But my advice to you guys is let's run this back. I'll put this back in the box. I know this, could go on the table, but I'll make our lives easy. I'll let my boy Warren Moon
Enjoy the light.
enjoy the light here.
The moonlight.
The moon. Nice, Steven. The moonlight. I like that. 38.
I wish we had a button where we could turn off all the light but one.
Right?
You know, and just like put it on the
That's a
moonlight.
good idea.
Yeah.
38 of you guys watching as well. Got a decent amount of eyeballs on the stream. I imagine of those 38 people, Steven got to have at least 6 or 7 that want to play. So that should definitely result in these breaks filling up pretty darn fast. So personals coming up for Sterling Williams. So I'm going to put our jerseys up on the wheel picker. If you're out there, Sterling, let me know what numbers you want. Otherwise, I'll pick them for you, my man. Looks like 15, 17, 22, 25, and 29, Steven.
Eric Dickerson rep. Wow.
Right?
Blown away.
Pretty good.
Not pretty good. Excellent.
Very good.
Really excellent.
All right, so I'm going to spin this wheel twice for Sterling. Ben Mayotte, if you're out there, let me know, brother. If you want to pick your mini number, let me know. Otherwise, though, I will pick for you. Vern says vault single, 6 to go. There we go. You're right, Vern. So, Steven, 25 for the jersey.
All right.
And then by the time you're up there, I'll probably have the next one for you as well.
For the first jersey.
Yes.
Well, they're both going to the same person.
Same person, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Although, you know, Abby. So you might want to get.
Numerical order sake.
You might want to get 22 first, Steven. 22 and 25 in those jerseys.
Got him.
Perfect. Thank you, sir. So, Sterling, your personals are coming up next. And then, Ben, we'll do your mini personal after. And then, hopefully, by then.
Ben wants to give me a number if he's out there.
Yeah, if you're out there, Ben, just drop us a number for those minis. He actually got the mini personal at the right time, Steven, because it's a brand new series with every photoed headliner still left.
And Roddy White.
All right. Ooh, speaking of headliners, here is the final headliner in the Jersey series. We're talking about Devon Achane. You asked me, what about his receiving yards? Same thing with Alvin Kamara. You look at all his seasons, Steven, rushing and receiving combined. He's always over 1,000 yards. One of the best dual threat backs in the league. I think we've seen him healthy this season. Whether you put him 3, 4, or 5, the numbers don't lie. A top 5 running back in the league right now. Alvin Kamara custom jersey for Sterling Williams. Guy made 5 straight Pro Bowls at one time, Steven.
Right.
Very, very consistent running back. No doubt for the Saints. Yeah, I'm looking at his page. 5-time Pro Bowler all in a row. Former AP Offensive Rookie of the Year. 4.4 yards a carry in his career. Might have a career high in rush yards this season, Steven. He's at 715, on pace for well over 1,000. Then you factor in the 421 rushing yards. He's currently at 1,100 yards. He won't get to 2,000 rushing, but rushing and receiving
Unreal.
might get over 2,000 this year, Alvin Kamara. What's up, Nick Walker? Chasing a Peyton Manning speed flex. That's what's up. On the Broncos, Steven. Peyton Manning. Do we have any Boston sports fans, right? Let's get that Larry Bird jersey out, Steven.
That's a great question.
And the 1 in 4, 3 boxes left. Larry Bird still available. So Sterling is snagging the last jersey headliner. Not bad. You buy a personal, you want to get a headliner, Steven, and Sterling Williams. Guess what? He got a headliner. Not bad, Sterling. Not bad at all, my man. Alvin Kamara. We'll put this back in the box. And then we'll do one more jersey personal, a mini personal. And then I'm hoping, Steven, by then we are on the vault.
Right.
I'm hoping we are on the vault at that point. All right. Kamara going back in the box. 2-5 coming up. Oh, my. Oh, this jersey is really cool, Steven. Holy cow. One of the most talented cornerbacks out of Illinois. How about Seattle's guy? Look at this one, Verno Henderson.
Oh, my God.
Devin Witherspoon on the sick-looking custom jersey. Look at the color on that thing, Steven. That is very, very
Are
clean.
you sure it's wow? That is a custom.
It is
Oh
a
my
custom, right? It almost
gosh.
looks licensed.
Super
It
detailed.
looks too good to be true for a custom jersey, especially a filler hit. JSA certified. Sterling Williams, not bad. Devin Witherspoon. I know Lovie Smith said this is one of the best corners he's ever coached, so Steven. And if Lovie Smith knows something about defense, it's a lot. One of the best defensive minds ever. I think all these struggles with the Bears and their coaches, I'm calling it the Lovie Smith curse. That's what they get for getting rid of Lovie for going 10-6. I know Shane Waldron is out today as OC for the Bears.
Not enough, but different topic.
I'll tell you what. They get rid of him, get rid of Eberflus. Until they fix the offensive line, doesn't matter who's coaching. That's for sure.
I think it. I'm not saying like it changes our record from 4-6 to 9-2 or something like that, but I think it does matter.
It can't hurt.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think good coaches, if they don't have a good offensive line, figure something out to help their team succeed. Now, yes, obviously they need to address it.
Yeah.
I think address the issue. But
they have.
I feel like Sean McVay or Andy Reid could scheme up something to make sure that Williams can run the offense that they need him to get done.
Right?
That's more my point.
I don't have that color, says Verno. That's a Pro Bowl cornerback for you, man. Pro Bowler last year, Devin Witherspoon. As a rookie, Steven.
As a rook.
Pro Bowler as a rookie. So
All right,
finished
well,
fourth in Defensive Rookie of the Year voting.
We are 1 to go.
And which one? The Vault or
In
the 1 and 4?
4 and the 1 and 4 double.
1 to go in both?
1 to go in both.
Okay, so we'll have a college series coming up. I'm looking at those college names. Peyton Manning, Jaden Daniels, Justin Jefferson. We got a Warren Moon for you, Verno, Washington lid. There's a Derrick Henry. There's some good names in that next college series.
Very, very good names.
So that is, I'm seeing every single headliner in that series is authentic.
Mm-hmm.
Authentic in that one. So we'll have the 1 and 4 closed up here in a second. We'll move on to the college. And
Well, you did warn us about him, Vernal.
about time on Waldron, but that line is terrible. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of issues. Obviously, how do you scheme out of a bad offensive line and a quarterback that's holding the ball too long? You design, quick plays, quick throws, etc. But I just think if Andy Reid was coaching the Bears, they would still not be a playoff team. They'd be better. I don't think they're a playoff team.
They still need to address it.
So they still got to address that offensive line.
But they can go. The coaches can go. I'm not.
Verno told us. He did tell us. Shane Waldron, not a great coach. Looks like he was not great at it here in Chicago. So that's why I want to have an offensive coach. Obviously, Ben Johnson is the dream for Bear fans. That remains to be seen. But
what would incentivize him to want to come here compared to where he is?
Exactly.
What?
If you think about it too, like Ben Johnson is the Lions OC, deploying Amon-Ra St. Brown, he could probably find himself a better job.
Yeah.
'Cause I feel like he's going to be at the front of any job. He could almost have any head coach opening out there potentially.
Yeah, but I don't know why you'd want. I think he's one of the highest paid assistants in the league already.
They'll have to pay him more.
Well, yeah, but he's probably worth it.
He said he had unfinished business. If the Lions
win
the Super Bowl,
he's
gone.
He's gone.
So all the teams
next challenge
that
comes in,
that can fire their coaches, they're sitting there thinking, please, Ben Johnson, don't even make the Super Bowl. Get out before the Super Bowl so you don't even get there, right? Because then he'll probably want to come back if they can't make the Super Bowl, Double flea, says Nick Walker. Looking for that double practice squad, Nick? All right, let's get it done. I'm looking for that double 1 and 4, Steven.
Right.
You mentioned 1 spot to go.
1 spot to go.
And the single 1 spot to go.
They're both 1 to go.
So we have 2 to go in the 1 and 4 set. Larry Bird on the Team USA basketball jersey. Gotta love Larry Legend number 7 on USA. I think MJ was 9 and Magic was he 10 or 12? I think he was 10, Steven.
Yeah, something like that.
Magic Johnson. One of the great trios together. I mean, imagine how special that must have been to put those guys around in the same room. Because, the Dream Team became invented because USA didn't win the gold with the college athletes in 88. Up to that time, we never really had those guys together in the same room for a month at a time, right? I know we have All-Star Weekend, etc., but that was kind of like the first moment where the all-time greats all got to practice against each other.
It's true, right?
I would love to watch those practices. I know the rumors were MJ versus Magic going at it, but I mean, and Larry was there just to enjoy it, just to enjoy it in practice. So love that USA jersey. Pretty rare autograph in the room. One of the best athletes ever, Larry Bird. One spot to go, and then we do have ourselves also Mia Hamm as a secondary headliner. Andrew asked a question on the 1 in 4 single and double. Do I currently have all the spots for either of those?
No, you have 2 of the 3.
For both?
Yeah, for both, Mr. Webb.
Okay, so Andrew, you've got 2 out of 3 for both. So there's 3 spots taken in both. You've got 2 out of 3 in both. So if you want to take that one more shot to get 3 out of 4, one thing to keep in mind in that double, technically no one can snag, a double up of Mia Hamm and Larry Bird because Bird is basketball, Mia Hamm is everything else, right?
Yeah.
So if you want to get that extra spot, maybe the double is the place to be for Andrew Webb. I know Andrew's a big lover of all the sports. Do you have a Larry Bird or a Mia Hamm in the PC, Andrew? Because those are items that are very, very cool for PC items. So that's probably our next break.
4 to go on the vault single.
4 to go in the vault single with the Peyton Manning. All is good, Mario Ortez. All
Mario.
is good. How many boxes left in the diamonds, Caro? 9 boxes left in the diamonds. So that quad gets knocked out. That'll put us at 5 boxes left. And there is this sick Amon-Ra St. Brown alternate authentic, a top 5 receiver in the league. I know we talk a lot about the Lions offense, Steven. I think this is the most important guy in that offense. And I think, Collinsworth was talking about it all night Sunday. Why is their offense struggling? Get the ball to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Good things happen.
What happened in the second half? They started giving the ball to Amon-Ra St. Brown. What happened? They started scoring. They came back and won. He actually scored, I believe it was the game-tying touchdown in that game, Amon-Ra St. Brown. My girlfriend had a 4-leg parlay. She had Kelsey, Josh Allen, David Montgomery, Amon-Ra St. Brown. With the profit boost, $5 to win $120.
Nice.
She got them all 4.
Well done.
It was legit. Very, very clutch. So that's the diamonds, Carol. We do have the secondary headliners. Tony Dorsett, Joe Mixon, all authentic helmets in the diamonds. 3 spots to go in that quad box. 4 to go on that vault single. Like Steven said, maybe the best bang for the buck right now in the room is $89 for this Peyton Manning ripped lunar flex for the Broncos. So let's get that Manning done. Let's get that beautiful bird out of here, right? A lot of goodies to be won. So Amon-Ra St. Brown is the big name left, Caro, but everything in the diamonds is always headliner worthy. Obviously, Joe Mixon, Tony Dorsett, terrific secondary headliners, but there's nothing bad in that diamond. All of it is sick.
I'm more genuinely curious at the other stuff.
Right? I want to see what else
good
is
it
left.
is. Yeah, I want to see how good it is.
All right, I'm trying to see here. 1 second. So this is what currently the price is on Fanatics, Steven, for the Peyton Manning Lunar Flex. They're charging $15.99.99, and they're out of stock because too many people have bought it, Steven.
Right.
So $1,600, but look at the one we have. The one we have is better because it's got the visor and it's got the sort of like orange digital camo rip to it.
Love that touch.
And it's numbered 9 out of 12.
Right.
So if this is valued at $1,600 by Fanatics, I gotta imagine the one we have is closer to $1,800. Now I know Fanatics is not the end all. There's obviously a lot of other places out there. I'm not gonna pretend that there's not, But I also will say, always be careful on eBay. I know stuff on eBay could get posted a little bit cheaper, but you also run that risk. Is this a fake autograph? You know, is there something damaged with the helmet? Am I getting ripped off? That's the benefit to ultimateautographs.com. All our helmets are legit. Fanatics.com, a retail, legit place you can buy these lids. So if they're valuing this Peyton Manning at $1,600, I would put ours at roughly $1,800 in value, getting close to a $2,000 lid, Steven. And you can get it for how much? $89 in the single. I mean,
As low as.
heck, even in that double for $178, highway robbery. And yes, Mario, there's a college series. We have one spot to go in the 1 in 4 double. We have one spot to go in the 1 in 4 single. Larry Bird and Mia Hamm, 2 headliners in the final 3 boxes. So as soon as the 1 in 4 is gone, we're dropping a new college with a lot of awesome headliners. Multiple speed flexes, Steven, in that college. Multiple awesome helmets. I mean,
Absolutely.
Peyton Manning, Justin Jefferson, Jaden Daniels, Derrick Henry.
And I got them ready to go right here on standby.
Right?
Just waiting for you guys to. Oh.
Knock out the 1 in 4.
Hello.
Yeah, right?
Oh.
Yeah. Oh my. Whoa. What is that, Steven?
Oh.
What is that helmet, man?
That's one of the new rookie quarterbacks.
That's one of the coolest helmets I've ever seen
I
in the next
know.
college.
That is.
I'm not going to show it off. They got to get this. They got to earn this. One spot
I mean,
left,
it's
right?
2 total spots, guys.
Yeah, 2 total spots in the series.
For Mia Hamm and Larry Bird.
That helmet is sick.
That's crazy.
That's one of the coolest helmets I've ever seen,
That's
Steven,
insane, actually.
in that upcoming college series.
I hope that one's numbered. I think.
I've never seen something like it, Steven.
All right, got another spot in the vault double.
And then we have 1 to go in that vault single. So probably knock out the vault single, then knock out the 1 in 4 single, the 1 in 4 double, and we drop a college. It's going to be an absolutely loaded series. As always, a big fan of our college helmets in our break room. They're always absolutely terrific. So we cannot move you to the single right now, Nick, because it's 1 spot to go. Probably sold out, honestly.
Wait, Nick's asking.
Wants to-
He's in practice squad, though.
He's in practice squad, not in the vault
Yeah,
double.
he's in the practice squad.
Yeah, you're in the practice squad. So we can only move people from break to break. We cannot move you from a practice squad to a vault. You can only move from a vault double to a vault single, for example. But the vault single just sold out, right, Steven? Or is that the one that put us 1 to go?
This is the one that put us to 1 to go.
It's still going to sell out any second
yeah, I
now.
was like, it could sell out here, though.
Yeah, you can't move from break to break unless it's the same style of break. I know the price points are different. It also sets up a very dangerous precedent in our break room, which we're not going there. I'll tell you that. So if you're in a practice spots in a double, we can give you 2 spots in a practice squad single. So, but definitely worth a shot, Nick. No problem. Always worth asking. Just giving you the policy on that one, my man.
All right, here we go. It's ready for you.
And vault is sold out. Vault single is sold out. So go ahead and drop me a box number for the vault single. We got Nathan Wheelock, Verno Henderson, Tom Kozic, Anthony Serrano, Scott Killian, Brad Klein, Eustacio Fabrizio, and Robert Kirsting. B-Rad is rad. Brad Klein wants 8. 8 in the vault single. I do see 8 on the ticker, so that should be good, my man.
Good.
I know Robert wanted 7, but he was a little bit late. It is first come, first serve. 8 was first. Could we have number 18 in box 8? Peyton Manning for $89. Talk about highway robbery, Steven. That is highway robbery there for Peyton Manning. I mean, even Justin Jefferson flex. I mean, anything for $89 in here is worth it. Brad Klein, by the way, looking for box number mojo. He does have the AFC West. That's a Broncos, Peyton Manning. Eustachio, you've got the NFC North. Robert, you're in the NFC South. We got Scott Killian, the NFC East. Anthony Serrano, the NFC West. Nathan Wheelock in the AFC North. We got Verno, AFC South. Tom, AFC East. And Brad Klein, you've got the AFC West. Box 8 coming up, 8 of 30. Only a 30 boxer in the vault, which means headliner ratios are extra loaded, Steven.
Let's keep it going.
Let's go, says Brad. We got an authentic.
Ooh.
Oh, I got my hopes up for a second, but still really nice, Steven. How about Scott Killian
on the
killing it here? The
modern.
Commanders, Doug Williams, the Super Bowl MVP inscription, the first black quarterback to win the Super Bowl, the first African-American quarterback to win the Super Bowl MVP, Steven. Doug Williams, NFC East, Scott Killian, congrats on your Williams authentic.
That's a fantastic hit.
Undo. Pretty sweet there for a filler, Scott Killian. Authentic Doug Williams. Washington, do I dare say Steven is back?
They're a good team.
Right?
You can't deny that.
They're
any
legit
means.
right now.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So 340 yards and 4 touchdowns in that Super Bowl MVP performance for Doug Williams against the Broncos. January 31st, 1988, 4 touchdown passes and 340 yards. Such an iconic performance for Doug Williams. That's awesome. Talk about an epic, epic game at the right time. Doug Williams. He went from playing for really bad Tampa Bay teams to playing at Washington and being the main. Williams. All
Winning
right.
Super Bowls, man. It's not easy at any age ever.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Couldn't agree more. So nice job there, Scott. So that's 3 vault boxes tonight, Steven. 3 filler hits.
But they're Doug Williams, Eric Dickerson, and Devon Achane.
Pretty good. So those are the fillers, supposed fillers, bonus bangers, whatever our guys call them. They're awesome lids. But now 16 boxes left, 9 headliners left, plus a vault key. It's a 10 in 16 chance at a headliner, a secondary headliner, or a vault key, which is the item with the bonus gift card as well.
They're not Russell Okung's coming out here.
Right?
All right. I don't know. I just keep seeing stories about this guy from 2020.
Okay.
He got paid in Bitcoin, and now, it's worth like 20 million or something like
Sure.
that. Yeah, so it's
It
just,
worked out well,
that's
right?
all I hear about it. Yeah.
Is that your Jimmy Clausen reference Dom likes to do?
I think Russell Okung was way better
Okay.
than Jimmy Clausen. Yeah, this guy's a 2-time Pro Bowler and Super Bowl champion. So
Okay. Respect. Always respect Super Bowl champion winning quarterbacks, Super
Who
Bowl
did he win the title
MVPs.
with? He won it with Seattle.
Seattle.
That makes sense.
So nice get there, Scott, on your Doug Williams. Let's get an even better Super Bowl MVP, Peyton Manning. Got that Super Bowl MVP with the Colts, I believe, against our Chicago Bears.
Mm-hmm.
It was a wet and rainy game. Didn't matter. Manning delivered anyway. Manning to Reggie Wayne. Ball game.
Ball game.
Carol likes that Doug Williams. Is it up for trade? I don't know. Everything is up for trade, Carol says. Scott Killian. Okay, so I know Scott's a Panther fan. Maybe let him know what you have for Panther items, right? What's up, Richie? 1 to go in both 1 and 4 doubles. Let's get this next round of vaults done. I think we'll knock out this mini personal, Steven, while we wait on these breaks. We do have a mini personal. Benjamin Mayat, I'm going to spin the wheel for you, man, in our minis, which I believe are out of 30, Steven. So Ben Mayat, your mini personal coming up, my man. All right, how about 14 for Ben?
14 works.
14 works. 14 coming off the ticker for Benjamin Mayat. Otherwise, 1 and 4 vault all coming up. Let's get these breaks knocked out. Let's have some fun. Thank you, Steven. The bootleg mini helmet series. A guy that was really good throwing the ball on the run on a bootleg. Steve Young.
Right, absolutely.
Available in this series. Bootleg Young. He was awesome. The best lefty quarterback of all time. Instead, we got a guy that protects the quarterback, the running back. Double-digit Pro Bowl guy, Steven. Hall of Famer. Hall of Fame 95 inscribed. Actually, Hall of Fame 15, I think it says. How about Will Shields? Will Shields on the Hall of Fame inscribed helmet. JSA certified. Benjamin Mayotte. Will Shields. Scott's a Panther fan, but he collects everything. There we go. Always good to collect everybody because it makes it a little bit easier to sell or trade items, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That is JSA certified on Will Shields. All right, guys. More vault coming up. More 1 and 4 coming up. Maybe a diamond quad on deck. We have a lot of series right now that are on the precipice of getting knocked out. Although, a little bit surprised there's not a little bit more movement in that vault, Steven.
Agreed, 100%.
I know we just knocked out another filler. I want to clarify, guys. Whenever the non-headliners come out, it's actually the time to play, right?
That's the time,
The time
to get
to
in.
play because your headliner ratios just got better. 16 boxes left. I know we pulled this up earlier. This Peyton Manning Fanatics charging $1,600 for this Speed Flex, Steven. Well, our helmet has a ripped flex onto it, and it's numbered 9 out of 12. And that is close to a $2,000 helmet. Definitely worth north of $1,500. That's a digital camo Bronco Speed Flex Peyton Manning. You can actually double up Peyton Manning with Tim Brown, Steven.
Yeah.
Hall of Fame receiver for the Raiders. We got a Rondé Barber, one of the best cornerbacks ever for the Bucks. You can pair that with Rob Gronkowski. You can still pair Myles Garrett with Jerome Bettis. 1 spot, 2 W's. You can pair Justin Jefferson, maybe the best receiver in the league, with Jared Goff. 1 spot, 2 W's. So with
You heard the man.
Barber, Tim Brown, Goff, Bettis, Gronk, Manning, Jefferson, Garrett. That's 9 headliners in the final 16 boxes.
Just getting better and better.
Right. We do have 1 vault key left. It's $100. The vault key plus the item. So 10 in 16 chance at a vault headliner or a vault key. So that's it, right? I want to double check those numbers are right. They took everything off the ticker.
Here, I can go
8,
over there real
10.
quick.
That looks like 16, Steven. But we can do a ticker rundown, though. Let's do a quick ticker check.
Yes, I am seeing your 16. All right, let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
1, 2,
1, 2,
4, 5,
4, 5,
7, 10,
7, 10.
11, 13, 17, 20.
Hold on 1 second. There's no 12. So we have 11 and 13, but no 12.
No, 12.
10, 11,
12 and
13.
16.
Okay.
We did 12 and 16.
Oh, that's probably what I forgot to take off. 12 and 16 are off, okay?
Yep. 17, 20,
Yep.
21,
Yep.
23,
Yep.
24, 28, 29, 30.
Okay, so ticker is updated.
Cool.
That is these final 16 boxes, guys. Updated, ready for you guys to get. Now let's go. Let's get them knocked out here sooner rather than later. I'll get this mini personal written up for Ben as well. Looking forward on getting this vault chase completed tonight. And yeah, 16 boxes left, Steven. I always say 15 or less is the big chase. We are knocking on that doorstep here, no doubt. So there you go. Ben Mayotte. I know one of the coolest lids so far in that vault is this Andre
That thing is
Johnson.
just, so crazy.
I know they had the red helmets last night or on Sunday night, excuse me. I know they're a little different. I know they had the black stripes on the back, but kind of reminds me of what they wore this weekend. This chrome lid. The chrome is even better, I think,
Yeah.
than what they wore.
They had a little chrome in their helmet.
Yeah, a little bit of chrome tint to it.
Yeah, they had a little chrome out there. It was nice.
So the Texans tough loss for them. Had that big lead, but Lions just always battle back, man. That team is something different. So let's get this vault knocked out. Let's get on that Peyton Manning chase. I cannot wait to see Peyton Manning in the break room, Steven. One of the all-time great quarterbacks. It's fair to call him number 2 all-time. I mean, I think Mahomes is really, really close. I think Mahomes is very close to being ahead of him. But at the current stage, if Mahomes retired tomorrow,
Right.
I would put him top 5. I would not put him ahead of Manning right now. I think it's obvious he'll be ahead of Manning when he's done. But I think if I had to rank the guys right now, Steven, I would go Brady 1, Manning 2 personally.
That's fair.
What do you think? You can disagree.
No, I'd have Manning 2.
Manning 2?
If it stops, the world stops tomorrow, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that.
So.
All right, well, we're going to have a bunch, I think, going on here.
Uh-oh. Who's in? Andrew Webb?
Andrew Webb he's closed out both the 1 and 4s.
Okay.
And then he's diversified his portfolios in the vault.
Okay, so Andrew Webb is hopping in the right series. So closed up the 1 and 4 in the same order.
So we're going to do the double first.
Yes, correct. Double first for the 1 and 4. So 1 and 4 double. Drop me 2 box numbers. Larry Bird and Mia Hamm on deck. So let me know, Andrew. Looks like we have 28, 30, and 35. Let me know which of those 2 you would like. And then the other one's going to be left over for the single. And then we'll drop that new college series for you guys. Single, double, and quad. Should have a lot of fun knocking out that sick college series.
There you go there. There you go there.
And then he wants 28 and 35 here.
We can take care of those.
All right, done, my man. So actually, I could probably take them all off the ticker.
Yeah.
The series is gone, but 28 and 35 will be for the double. Thank you, Mr. Webb.
28 and 35.
And I believe he got us close on a couple vaults. 5 to go in the single. And we are 5 to go in the vault double as well. And then a brand new college series getting dropped here momentarily for knocking out right now.
It's done. It's done.
Drop right now.
Go refresh your break pages.
All right, I'm going to get these guys set up for their spots, and then I will
get your popcorn ready.
Get your popcorn ready like T.O. Refresh that break page. A loaded college coming up. Is it all you in the second? Well, it doesn't matter, Andrew.
It's not.
He wants box number mojo, though. Says, I'll take 30 in the single. Box number mojo, it's the only option. That works, my man. All right, Andrew Webb, you've got the football spot. You've got the basketball spot in the double. The baseball spot. Josh Montgomery, though, everything else, that could be Mia Hamm here in the double. 28, followed by 35. All right, let's see what we got here. We'll get started with 28 first, and then we'll do 35 and then 30 in the single. Do we have some Larry Bird or Mia Hamm in this break? We do. We do. One of the all-time great basketball players. The last guy to win 3 straight MVPs. Maybe the best trash talker of all time. On the USA Basketball. The Dream Team. Larry Bird, baby. Sick-looking autograph. Larry Bird will tell you what he would do, Steven, and he would do it anyway, right? When I get bored, Steven, I go on YouTube and I look up Larry Bird passing videos. For those that don't know, Larry Bird was a phenomenal passer. In my opinion, Steven, top 3 passer of all time. Just pure passing ability.
That's a fair take.
Magic, Larry, and LeBron are my top 3 passers, personally. 12-time All-Star, 3-time NBA champ, 3-time MVP, couple finals MVPs, one of the all-time greats, 24, 10, and 6 average for his career. Love this Larry Bird. USA jersey, the best, most dominant team ever. The Dream Team in 92. They were beating teams by 40, 50, 60, Steven. When the opposing team wants your autograph, when they think they have no chance to beat you, that is respect and fear in one.
Right.
That was the Dream Team in a nutshell. Great job on the Larry Bird. It's Beckett QR code and Larry Bird's personal cert company. Larry Bird authenticated as well. Very, very nice. Andrew says, heck yeah, that's what I was hoping for. Larry, legend. All right, I'll leave this one on the table. We'll see if it makes the hit video or not. But for now, definitely, I actually think it's my favorite hit of the show.
It's a beautiful hit.
DeAndre Johnson was the early show. I know Warren Moon is cool. But it's my favorite hit of the show so far, Larry Bird.
Don't blame me on that one.
So there you go, Andrew. Let's see if Josh is going to snag the Mia Hamm next, perhaps. He's like, I want a W in here as well. Larry Bird also was an NBA Executive of the Year, Steven. Also a really good basketball coach. They often say that the great players don't turn into great executives, don't turn into great coaches. Well, Larry Bird was a exception to that rule, right? Michael Jordan as an exec, as a GM, as an owner, not good. Larry Bird as an exec, Larry Bird as a coach, really good.
Oh, fantastic.
Pushed those 98 Bulls. The last great year for MJ and the Bulls, pushed them to 7 games in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Right.
Larry coaching Reggie Miller, Jalen Rose, Rick Smiths, Chris Mullin on that Pacer team. Made the Bulls work. Made the Bulls work, to say the least. All right, the second box in the 1 and 4 double. This is 35. Ooh, I think I know what this is. I think I know what this is, Steven.
Let me know.
It feels like a soccer ball.
Oh.
Let's get patriotic. How about America?
America,
We got
baby.
one of the best female athletes of all time, Mia Hamm.
There we go. Nice.
This is the USA soccer ball.
That's so clean.
The 1999 World Cup put women's soccer on the map. Mia Hamm, the star of that team. A nice-looking soccer ball. Josh Montgomery, you've got Mia Hamm.
Congratulations on that one.
So she had 158 career goals for Team USA, Steven. Such an icon for so many seasons. Played in multiple World Cups. Won an Olympic gold medal as well. Love Mia Hamm. So that is sweet. That is very, very sweet. She was a UNC Tar Heel like Michael Jordan. No doubt about it. Won the World Cup in 91 and 99. Olympic gold medals in 96 and 04. I believe when she retired, had the most career goals in men's or women's soccer history. She's been passed up since by Abby Wambach. I believe Christian Sinclair for Canada. But still among the game's all-time scorers. A lady ahead of her time, the great Mia Hamm.
That is an awesome ball. My
Right?
goodness, I love that.
Nice hit, Josh, says Andrew. A little tradition of Cubs shortstops being married to female soccer players. I know
Right?
she was married to, or is married to, Nomar Garciaparra.
That's true.
More well known for his Red Sox days, Steven, but a Cub nonetheless. And then Dansby Swanson, married to Mallory Swanson, who just scored the game-winning goal for the USA Women's Olympic team in that gold medal game. So, power couples, power family, to say the least. All right, looking nice on the Mia Hamm soccer ball. So, no, Andrew was looking most for Larry Bird, obviously hoping to double up, but, Josh not going empty-handed. I would say with one spot for Josh Montgomery, worth it, Steven. Definitely a different piece of memorabilia, Mia Hamm. Like, I like having a little bit of a little bit of differences. Look at the 4 stars for 4 World Cup wins for USA. She was part of half of those teams, Steven. Legend Mia Hamm. All right, 1 in 4 single is next. The last box is 30. We'll go ahead and randomize. You guys open up the last box here in the 1 in 4. And then we'll take a peek together at that sick college series, right?
It's 5 to go in both the double and the single. So
Okay, already got movement.
movement is already going down.
Movement is already going down. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it grooving here tonight. All right, the last 1 in 4 box. 6 clicks. Andrew has the football spot. Basketball belongs to Josh. And Andrew has baseball and everything else. So same 2 guys here in the 1 in 4. Let's finish off this series in style, right, Steven?
Let's go. What's in the last box?
The Steph Curry box, number 30. The Griffey Cincinnati Reds box. The Messi PSG box. And Young Barca days as well. Pretty good sports number, Tro Davis. A lot of good 30s. Oh, okay. Well, you know, that is what we say. Sometimes all it takes is 1 to win. Josh Montgomery, former NBA champion with the Bulls. That early three-peat, Steven. Michael Jordan was the best player. Scottie Pippen, the second best player. This guy, arguably the third best player on that team.
Right.
With the goggles, Horace Grant. Nice-looking custom Bulls jersey. Him and Michael Jordan later would become enemies when he was a Magic player. Made the All-Star team as a Magic player. Also played under Phil Jackson with the Lakers later in his career. Nice-looking jersey. JSA certified Josh, Horace Grant.
Overall, all-around good player. Horace was really, really underrated.
Yeah, good rebounder. Could score when you need him to. Definitely a nice-looking hit right there on the Grant jersey. Attaboy, Josh. I do feel bad for Mr. Webb, but obviously, Steven, I always say, if you're going to get sniped, I'd rather get sniped on the filler hit. Let the snipes happen on the non-headliners, and let your good victories come on the headliners, right?
That's true.
That's my personal opinion. Obviously, when you get sniped, maybe you don't feel that way in the moment, but over time, you'll learn to kind of see that best time to get sniped is when it's a non-headliner. So good job there, Josh, on the Horace Grant. Very, very clean jersey. All right, so let's look at this college series. The doubles already got 4 spots to go only. This is a full-size series where all the headliners are authentics. Man. So this is, I believe, is it 35 boxes, Steven?
Where are those?
It says 30 only. I know it's in the room. I think it's back there.
Yeah, I can check in a second.
All right, let me get up, actually. I can see it from here. I should get up once in a while anyway.
It is 30, because I remember bringing it in yesterday.
I think it says 35, actually. Yeah, midterms, college, 35.
I thought 35. I'll change that.
I know it says 30 in the listing, but it is 35. Nonetheless, 35 boxes in this college series, Steven. And we have how many headliners? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 authentic photo headliners in 35, with the 4 secondary headliners, 19 and 35. Let's look at this Bo Nix lid. We have, oh, hold on. Is this Bo Nix Broncos?
I think so.
Bo Nix Oregon. We got the NFL draft. We got the 2024 12th pick on there. The Bo Nix autograph. And then we have the visor, Steven. Killer Bee custom visor on that Bo Nix lid. That is one of the coolest helmets, quite frankly, I've ever seen.
The artwork is just incredible.
That is just...
My goodness.
It's like Pablo Picasso did it or something. It is nuts. I got this sick Trevor Lawrence ripped Jaguar and Clemson Speed Flex. I know Trevor Lawrence gets a lot of blame these days for the Jaguars, but they have a lot of issues beyond Trevor Lawrence. You saw what happened when he didn't play? They put up 7 points, Steven.
Yeah, it's not
when
good.
Mac Jones was the starter. It was interception, interception, interception. I think their running game has been off this season. I think their defense has been off this season. I would say Trevor Lawrence has actually been a pretty solid quarterback this season. Beautiful rip flex on that T-Law. As for the names in this series, man, got a Peyton Manning Orange Flash Authentic. One of the best college and pro quarterbacks ever on that orange Tennessee lid. Peyton Manning was number 16 in college, by the way, Steven.
Yes, he was.
Number 16, Peyton Manning. Absolutely love that helmet. Surprisingly, one thing Peyton Manning did not win a Heisman, Steven.
That's
absurd.
Kind of crazy to think about, yeah.
He was a Heisman finalist. Charles Woodson. Jaden Daniels, Heisman winner. We have a triple signed Heisman helmet for Oklahoma. That's Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Sam Bradford. We've talked a lot about Baker Mayfield, right up there with Burrow and Lamar for the most passing touchdowns. What about Kyler Murray?
Right, Kyler Murray.
This dude is balling out.
Absolutely.
The first place Arizona Cardinals. They have a great running back in James Conner. Their number 2 running back is really good. Legitimate number 1 receiver in Harrison. Legitimate number 1 tight end in McBride. And legitimate number 1 quarterback in Kyler Murray. He's having a heck of a season this year. We got Derrick Henry on the Heisman helmet. There's a Lawrence Taylor Speed Flex with the blue visor. Justin Jefferson and Jaden Daniels could be one in the same spot. We got one of those sick purple LaDainian Tomlinson TCU helmets. I mean, the college lids are always sick. Even the Pitt Panther lid, Tony Dorsett.
Right. That's
a sick-looking helmet when you guys see this in person. Dak Prescott just announced he'll have season-ending surgery, Steven. Dak Prescott, though, man, he was awesome at Mississippi State. Running, passing.
The whole nine.
One of the best dual-threat college quarterbacks, Dak Prescott. Troy Polamalu on that USC lid. Got Warren Moon with the Rose Bowl MVP inscription. All of these helmets are full-size authentics. And let's see the pairings here. So obviously LSU would be Jaden Daniels and Justin Jefferson. Clemson, ooh, can't wait to see what the Boise State and Ohio State are.
Right.
Tennessee pairs with Purdue and Michigan. Pairs with the Oregon Ducks, Steven. That means the Bo Nix helmet and the triple sign Sooner helmet couldn't be one in the same double box break.
Ooh, wow.
That is ridiculous. We got Bama, Pitt, Florida, Notre Dame, Mississippi State, and Washington. That could be the Dak and the Warren Moon. TCU and Georgia. That could be the Champ Bailey and that LaDainian Tomlinson. So there's plenty of double ups. I mean, which one has the Bama spot? Bama is... that's the Derrick Henry. Alabama goes with Pitt and Florida and Notre Dame. So that could be Tony Dorsett and Derrick Henry.
Mm-hmm.
1 spot, 2 wins.
Just like that.
So that midterm is loaded. Definitely attack that series. We got 4 to go in that double.
And single.
And single as well. 4 to go. As always, a lot of great breaks right now in the room. But I would either go after the college where every single headliner is left, Steven, or this vault where we have a 10 in 16 chance at a headliner, including the Peyton Manning flex, including the Myles Garrett authentic, including Jerome Bettis authentic, Jared Goff, Rob Gronkowski, and Justin Jefferson. So I love the college series. I love this college season, too, in particular, Steven, because it is so wide open. You can sit here and pretend you know what's going to happen, but let's be honest. This is one of the most wide open college seasons ever.
Mm-hmm.
One of the most wide open college seasons ever. I do think LSU, we've seen their quarterback struggle mightily. They miss Jaden Daniels. They miss that man a lot. I think, Steven, I'm happy as a Bears fan to have Caleb Williams. I know the offensive line, the coaching staff has a lot of issues, but I'd be lying to you if in the back of my mind, the thought has not crossed my mind. As much as I like Caleb, Jaden might be even better.
Yeah.
He's in a better situation. don't rush the gun right now.
Asked to do a lot less, but
need more sample size. But if you put a gun to my head right now and you ask me, let's redraft, I'm taking Jaden Daniels first.
Yeah, that's very fair the way things look at this current moment.
He also fits the Bears system a little bit better because he's a better runner. So I would say he'd be easier escaping those pressures Caleb's facing. The offensive line is the biggest issue. It's not Caleb, but I know he holds the ball once in a while. Jaden Daniels, what I love about him, Steven, is he doesn't hold the ball.
Right.
If he sees that there's pressure, he runs the ball. This man is doing what he did in college at the pro level. They say he won't run as good in the pros. They're too fast. They're too strong. He's doing it anyway. He looks exactly how we looked at LSU. Obviously, the receivers aren't as wide open as they used to be. Malik Neighbors against college kids is different. But this guy's a shoo-in for the offensive rookie of the year, right? Jaden Daniels.
The way it sits right now, absolutely.
That's that classic LSU lid.
Love that lid.
That's a sick-looking helmet. Get Jaden and Justin Jefferson both on that LSU double up. Commanders will make
3 to go.
3 to go in the double.
Yep.
Commanders are making the playoffs.
Yes, they are. Absolutely.
I think I'm going to put like 3 points maybe on the Eagles, 4. I am picking the Eagles this week, but Commanders, worst case scenario, wild card spot. As a Washington fan, before the season started, definitely take a wild card spot, Steven. Definitely take a wild card spot. So, Anthony, as far as the helmet that was won last week, you would email customer service. We are just a little bit backed up in shipping. So I will shoot them an email. Just keep this in mind. We do ship Monday, Wednesday, and Friday morning. I didn't see the shipping guy on Friday, so it's possible he had something else going on Friday.
Right.
It is very possible he skipped Friday to ship, and he shipped out the stuff Monday, which means that 2 to 3 business days. To be honest, Anthony, if I were you, I would not waste my time. I would wait another couple days and see if it gets there. I'd also double check your email to see if you got a email, verification it was sent out. But as far as if you just want to double check, make sure, I would email customer service. Thankfully, Steven and I do not ship out the helmets. So I would reach out to customer service and they'll take care of you, man. Yeah, the best way to do it is customer service. I know the head of customer service, Steven, also is the head of the shipping department.
Yeah.
And he's got his eyes everywhere when it comes to helmets. So that's the best way, Anthony, to fix that situation. I always am quick to remind people, Steven, that we are not breaking out of my basement or your basement or Colin's basement or Dom's basement. This is a legitimate company. We have an in-office studio. We have a marketing staff. We have a customer service staff. We have a shipping department. So any shipping questions, any issues with shipping, you contact customer service. They'll take care of you. So appreciate you asking the question, Anthony, though. But that's your best outlet right there. Email or call them. They typically work a 9 to 5 schedule. So if you call right now, no one's picking up the phone. I do find that email tends to be the easiest way to contact them. Nick wants to fill out that flea flicker practice squad. Is that right, Nick Walker?
Wants to get her done.
So help a brother out. Got that Tua jersey, that OJ jersey. 6 to go in that flea flicker practice squad. So I'm thinking, Steven, most likely, our next break is probably the college double. So I'll drop this link in. 3 spots left. College double. Come and get it. Come and get it, guys. I love college football too, Steven. For me, it's like 1 and 1A. Like, I would lean NFL ever slightly, but I love both. Like, Saturdays are for college football, Sundays are for NFL football.
That's true.
An in-person SEC game, you can't top it. No doubt about that. It is a next level electricity. So going to a college football game is, really, really fun. Really fun. You want to sleep, Nick? It's 8:03. Too early to sleep, Steven.
Doesn't Nick have to be up at 5?
Oh, is that right?
Or is that a different guy? I might be a different person.
I don't know. Well, good news for Nick. Obviously, if that practice squad does not fill up here tonight, it would fill up tomorrow. So if he does win, he'll get email confirmation, Mr. Nick Walker. I think right now, it's not that the practice squad isn't good, Steven. I think the college and the vault are kind of stealing the show a little bit, right?
They kind of just stepped onto the scene.
Yeah, we have really good headliner ratios, really good authentics, really good speed flexes, really good stuff. Anthony says, copy, gents. Thanks. You're welcome, Anthony. We got you, brother. You are very, very welcome, sir. I should have gone the magic line. That was my other option. The over's not going to hit Steven, but that's okay. I had a good day yesterday.
What was their line at?
I don't remember.
Because they're without Paulo, so I'm imagining it's not.
It wasn't. It was less than 10. I know that.
Right.
And they're up 28, so I definitely should have bet the line. It was 8.5. So still worth the play. Yeah, they always take care of you, Michael Frank. And I will say a lot of times where there's an issue, we get this all the time, Steven. People say, oh, I should have won this in this break. Turns out that you were not in the right break. They'll look you up. They'll help you out. Usually...
We even rewatch the footage sometimes.
Yeah, we make mistakes. We're human. But I would say our customer service guy, about 70% of the emails he gets about stuff that went wrong, the customers find out that they actually misunderstood what happened.
That happens.
They're like, oh, I was in a diamond double. I didn't see my name in that break.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? We sent them the video. They were in the diamond double the previous show.
Or the second one.
Or the second one.
Because, again,
Yeah.
so there's a lot of funny timing issues on our show sometimes. Like, everyone, when there's one spot to go, everyone wants to get it. Sometimes the break is refreshed so quickly, they're into the next break.
Right, exactly. So we're always looking to take care of you guys. Customer service as well. Looking for the sweet memorabilia, but nothing shady going on here. Just a bunch of awesome autograph memorabilia for you guys in the UA break room. Michael says he's always super cool too. Our guy Luke. So there you go. You have the chat literally vouching for the customer service staff. And actually, I put 3 spots to left. Come and get it, guys, for the college double, Steven. I failed to drop the link in. Let me drop this link in right here for the college double. 3 spots left. Low-key, Steven, I think the helmet that I think is... Obviously, Bo Nix looks insane. Obviously, Peyton Manning is Peyton Manning. I like that triple sign Oklahoma lid. You get 3 Heisman quarterbacks. I know we get a lot of these triple sign Heisman lids that are running backs. 3 quarterback Heisman winners. I mean, if you talk about the history of college football, Baker Mayfield, I believe Dom was saying this, and I looked it up and he wasn't wrong, obviously. I think ESPN ranked Baker Mayfield the 2nd best college quarterback of all time, Steven.
Wow.
I'm not saying I agree with him being number 2, but I definitely think he's top 5.
I think he's really good.
I mean, you look at Kyler Murray, Sam Bradford, all these guys there are college football Hall of Famers. I mean, when I watched,
really good.
When I watched college football, Sam Bradford at Oklahoma, this guy was automatic.
Right.
I don't think he ever really got a chance in the NFL. Played on a bunch of really bad teams. But this guy, Sam Bradford, automatic in college. So that's a low-key, underrated lid, in my personal opinion. Very, very clean. One of my favorite clips in college football history, Steven, is Peyton Manning directing the band.
That's true.
He's doing the whole band direction. Guy was different. I know we often talk about Tom Brady the 6th round pick. What a great career he had. We don't talk enough about the guys that are the first overall picks, have all the pressure on them. Peyton Manning, definitely, his dad was a college Hall of Famer, Pro Bowl quarterback in the NFL. He was highly touted quarterback prospect, Heisman finalist, #1 overall pick. Goes to the NFL, his rookie season, leads the league in picks.
Yeah, I mean,
Could have been very easy to crumble, but no, sir, not Peyton Manning. This guy got it together, went on to have probably the best regular season career of all time, Peyton Manning.
all time.
5 MVPs for Peyton Manning. No doubt about it. That's a terrific Tennessee lid to get Mr. Peyton Manning. I think, Michael, for me, what's the best lid in the series? It's hard to say. Peyton Manning is the biggest name. My favorite lid, as sick as this Trevor Lawrence looks, and it does look pretty darn sick, Steven, I think the best lid is this one. Bo Nix.
The artwork is just crazy.
At least aesthetically,
right?
there's nothing that looks cooler than this Bo Nix. If only the kick team could block the Chiefs players, Bo Nix almost knocked out Mahomes at Arrowhead Stadium.
That's true.
With Cortland Sutton as his only legitimate receiver.
That's very true.
Of all these rookie quarterbacks, Steven, I think Bo Nix, well, that's not true. Drake May might be worse in terms of what he has to work with.
Yeah,
but Bo Nix has a lot less to work with than Jaden Daniels. A lot less to work with than Caleb, although Caleb has offensive line issues, which, you could have receivers for days.
But the weapons aren't.
The weapons are pretty good.
Yeah.
Bo Nix has no weapons, yet this man always finds a way to keep his team in the game.
They're always in the game.
He always makes 1 or 2 plays each week that you're like, what the heck just happened?
And I know, when they played the Ravens, the score wasn't close. But that game, until about literally a minute to go in the first half, was very close.
Got a receiving touchdown in that
exactly.
game.
I mean, he was battling with them. Hardcore, the Ravens. So, credit to Bo Nix.
So Michael says everyone should hire their agents. Trevor Lawrence, Daniel Jones. Yeah, I mean, their agent did work, man. They did work to get those guys paid. And he says the Chiefs always find a way to win. They do. They always find a way to win. I think it helps when your team is really good at defense, special teams, and offense. We have multiple ways to win these football games. Does help quite a bit. But beautiful Bo Nix lid. Beautiful Peyton Manning lid. Beautiful Jaden Daniels lid. All these headliners available in the college, guys. Come and get them. Come and get them, folks. Headliners for days here in the UA Live break room. Speaking of college football, Steven, the top 4 is out. Our latest college football rankings, they get released on Tuesday nights. So we've got Oregon number 1, Bo Nix's former team. Ohio State number 2, Texas number 3, Penn State number 4, and wait for this one, number 5, Indiana.
Oh, let's go.
Still undefeated, Steven. I think they have a bye week. The Buckeyes are next for the Hoosiers.
Well, there's your test.
All right. BYU, Tennessee, Notre Dame, Miami, Bama, Ole Miss, Georgia round out the top 12. So they 6, 7, 8, 9. So top 9, Bama and Georgia not in the top 9.
That's wild to think
which
about.
is crazy. My Mizzou Tigers 23, Steven. Scoop and score win against Oklahoma over the weekend.
I saw that. That was wild.
That was crazy. What's the blue side say on the Bo Nix helmet? Let's look. Great question, Todd. Let's look together. I believe it says the 2012 or 2024 number 12 overall pick.
Yeah, I think that's what it says. At least right up there on top.
Well, I think he's talking about maybe the side. This says 2024 NFL Draft. Pick 12 is what it says on that lid. 2024 NFL Draft, pick 12. Then we got the 2024 12 pick on the top as well, Bo Nix. For a second, I thought that was the Auburn Knicks, but it's actually the Bronco Knicks on there. Bronco and Oregon, so definitely only an Oregon helmet.
Our first ever college split helmet.
Right? That'd be sick.
That'd be wild.
That actually would not be fun.
No, no.
Unless we put them in the same category.
Or
could
we
do
put them
that.
in the 1 and 4.
Yeah, or that. Even Tom Brady said that even though Mahomes' stats are down this year, he knows how to win, right? And they're mostly down, Michael Frank, because of all the injuries. I would say, I mean, he's missed a couple passes. He missed the Kelsey touchdown, couple bad luck picks. He has not been his best. But the main reason the stats are down is because receivers are not there.
Yeah.
Rashee Rice is still the leading receiver for the Chiefs. Has not played since week 3.
Right.
Sweet looking lid for sure, says Todd. 3 to go in the college double, says Scott. Let's make it happen, gentlemen. Ladies as well. 3 spots to go in that college double. I got a question for the chat. Do we have any Peyton Manning fans out there? Because I know we have 4 to go in that vault double, Steven.
The Sheriff, come on.
The Sheriff. Where are my Peyton Manning fans at? Did these guys forget how good Peyton Manning was, Steven? That's a beautiful, beautiful.
Tough to forget how good he
ripped
was.
Lunar. Again, $1,600 on Fanatics for that Peyton Manning. We have the same flex with the ripped job on it and numbered 9 out of 12. Still available in that Vault series. 4 to go in that double. Look up Peyton Manning's stats. Because I think in the history of the NFL, Steven, Peyton Manning's 2013 season, to me, is still the best of all time.
Right.
Led the league in completions, passing yards, and passing touchdowns. He had 5,477 passing yards, 55 touchdown passes, Steven.
Just crazy to think about.
That is ridiculous.
That is insane.
And let's see. His number 1 receiver. Oh, we did have Wes Welker on that team. But his number 1 receiver that season, Steven.
Had to have been Demaryius Thomas.
I think it was Demaryius Thomas.
Yeah, Demaryius was, and then Emmanuel Sanders.
Trying to pull up the receiving stats.
Both were on the old squad there. That offense was loaded.
A bunch of like really good guys, but not necessarily a guy that really stood out. So receiving yards. Eric Decker. I forgot about him.
Okay, yep, he was
Eric
good.
Decker was good. But, I mean, Manning made these guys look different, right? Eric Decker getting 1,288 receiving yards. I mean, that's all Peyton Manning. What did Eric Decker do after Manning? 900 yards. And then he was out of the league in like 4 seasons.
Right, yeah.
So that's such an iconic season for Peyton Manning. One of the best seasons of all time in 2013. That's just incredible, Steven. I mean, if you pull up his game logs, by the way, 510 pass yards, and it was at that 7 touchdown game, I believe. Every single game, he absolutely delivered. Absolutely delivered Peyton Manning that year. It was so much fun watching that team play.
They're so good offensively.
So good. 38 points per game. That Bronco team in 2013. Yeah, they like, let's see, their losses that year, Steven. Oh, they lost to the Colts. I remember that game. That was one of their losses to the Indianapolis Colts. 39-33. Certainly not Peyton Manning's fault. Then lost to the Patriots, Brady versus Manning, 34-31. And then they lost the last game, the Super Bowl, obviously, and then they lost this game against the Chargers. Let's see.
Just really quickly, I do want to give Andrew Webb a heads up. Andrew, you are those first 6 spots in that vault single.
Okay, so Andrew,
get
again, those last 2 spots.
Not going to tell you how to spend your money. We'll never so do that, but unless you want to play with someone, you want someone to play, that's totally understandable, but I just wouldn't,
Yeah, I would not mess around.
Yeah.
So, Steven, the 3 losses, the offense averaged over 80 points per game, or 80 divided by 3, more than 25 points a game.
Right.
So it's not like they lost because Peyton Manning played bad.
No.
Now, that was an iconic season, 2013. So let's knock those breaks out. Let's see that heat in the break room, guys. Let's finish this night off with a bang. It is still only 8:18. We have all the headliners in the college. We have a better than 50% chance at a headliner in the vault. We have only 2 spots to go in the single. Steven was alluding to this. Our personal recommendation, obviously, we're not here to spend your money. You do what you want with your money. But I always recommend play with 1 spot, 2 spots, 3 spots, 4 spots, or all 8 spots. Especially if you're 6 or more. You're so far invested already, you might as well guarantee the win with the last 2 spots. There we go. Michael says, my buddy Scott Killian bought me the Connor Bedard as a gift. Super cool. I gave him my Jameson Williams because his son's name is Jameson.
Very nice.
That's awesome, man. I love to hear it, Michael. I know Michael and Scott are friends. Got a lot of awesome friendships here developed inside our break room. Carol says, let's get to work on the college and finish up those diamonds. We are so close.
Right? Those should absolutely be going down here.
Carol and I this week, Steven, it's a rare week where I am enemies with Carol. I normally love Carol. She's awesome. But Carol's a Packer fan. This week, I don't like Carol, unfortunately. I'm going to like her even less on Sunday because
we know the result.
I am not a delusional Bears fan.
I put 15 confidence points on the Packers.
I did as well. No, I think I did my most on the Lions, Jaguars.
No, I did the most on the Packers.
But I think I have the Packers.
For some reason, I feel like that's more of a lock than Lions, Jaguars.
I think I have 13 or 14. Whatever the third least is.
Okay. Whatever the most is, I have on the Packers.
Yeah.
For hoping that I'm wrong, maybe I'll bet the Packers too, just to.
Right?
Maybe have my
6.5 point spread. I'll take Green Bay. I hate to say it. Last time the Bears beat the Packers, Steven, 2018.
I think we know that, Carol. I think that's part of the problem.
Yeah, I know, Carol.
We know.
We're going down. We're
Bear
aware.
down, the whole down.
We are aware.
Yeah, we know we're going to lose.
We are going down, no doubt.
This is the problem, though, is if the Bears, let's say Caleb does the impossible.
Oh,
what,
God.
What
False
feels,
hope. Come
what
on.
feels like the impossible?
False hope.
I just don't want them to derail from the goal, Kamen. That we need a new coach.
No, I think he's gone.
Yeah.
I think that's going to happen.
As soon as, Black Monday. As soon as the week 18 concludes, gone.
I think, Michael Frank, the reason the Bears look good early, they played the Titans, who they beat, who are really bad. The Rams had a million injuries.
Yep.
Really bad. They beat the Panthers, who were really bad. And they beat the Jaguars, who were really bad. I think we saw the Bears have a really good defense. They really do.
Their defense keeps them in everything.
Their defense is really, really good. They have a top 10 defense. I think against some of those bad teams, Caleb had more time to throw.
Yep.
The Bears played better on offense. But the Bears have not beaten anybody good. Because that Rams team was without Cooper
They were
Kupp,
very hurt.
without Puka Nacua. The Bears' probably best win of the season is still probably that Rams game. So
and just the way they've looked the past 2 weeks, it's just despicable.
it's rough.
It's horrible. So
It is rough.
I would, you would never want to be like, I wouldn't have like 100% of confidence. I have 1,000,000% confidence that the Bears are going to lose this week. We just don't have it. We don't have anything.
Put the jinx on him, Steven.
That's the point.
reverse
That's
jinx.
the point of all
Put
this.
the jinx on him.
We just don't got anything.
Carol likes Caleb. It's a shame he has to, I have no problem with him starting right away, Carol. The problem is that
protection.
They still got to get an offensive line. And if you're going to get a young quarterback, get him an offensive coach. Our coach was a defensive coach.
And
the coordinator was a mess. Get him an offensive coach and get him an offensive line. Because I think DJ Moore is a pretty solid receiver. Keenan Allen's pretty solid. Roma Dunze hasn't worked out yet, but a lot of potential to be had. Get the man an offensive line and an offensive coach.
There's just no continuity on offense.
Right?
All right, let's do a vault single. It is all Andrew, so
All right, Andrew, let's see
Andrew's
Peyton
taking
Manning.
his shot.
Yeah.
Good luck, Andrew.
I know there's people that say wait and people that say play right away. I'm a guy that believes in playing right away, personally, Steven. Peyton Manning played right away. He took his licks, 28 picks his first season, ended up just fine, Peyton Manning.
Did
Ended
Caleb
up
even
just
throw
fine.
a pick last week?
I thought he just got sacked on
Yeah,
every
he
play.
just got sacked on every play.
I
Yeah.
lost track. So I think Andrew has the whole break, so I will take that box 7. I normally say wait till the host puts it in the chat, but Andrew, you do have all the spots. We'll rock and roll with 7.
Box 7.
We have not actually. So Austin, yes and no. We did a practice squad single, right, Steven?
Yes.
We have not done the practice squad double.
But he's in the second single.
Austin is in the second single. So
I think, yeah. Oh, wait, no. Austin Adams?
Austin Keith,
I'm guessing that's Austin Adams.
Austin Adams.
If your order number is 213-8888, that's in the next practice squad. So
Okay.
the one that says 7 to go, you're the one spot that's been taken.
Okay, so we did do one practice squad. We have not done the second practice squad yet. I will say right now, looks like the Vault and the College are stealing the show. Not saying there won't be a practice squad break tonight, but sometimes whenever 1 or 2 series take over, you may have to wait till tomorrow's show, Austin. We do live fills in our break room. So live fills in the room. Whatever doesn't fill up this show carries over to the next show. We're on 12 p.m., 3 p.m., 6 p.m. Central Time every single day. I believe only 5 practice squad boxes left, though. And we do have that Tua jersey and that OJ jersey. 2 headliners left. The Tua is licensed. All right, Andrew, you've got all the spots in the vault. He says, perfect. Thank you, guys. You're welcome, Austin. What's the squad, Austin Keith? We love asking all the new customers what squad they like and how they heard about Ultimate Autographs. I got an authentic coming up in the vault. It's a 9-16 chance at a headliner, 10-16 counting the vault key. Insane headliner ratios, and believe it or not, they just got better. We got a former Pro Bowl quarterback, played in the Super Bowl against the Steelers, Matt Hasselbeck on the sick Seahawk Flash Authentic. Very, very clean lid, one of the best flashes in the game. Andrew Webb, how about Matt Hasselbeck, my man? Got all the spots, got a clean authentic, but just a filler, Matt Hasselbeck. So 15 boxes left in the vault now. 9 headliners, 6 of which are photoed, including 2 flexes, Peyton Manning and Justin Jefferson. Just getting into sports and saw the ads for your page on Facebook. There you go. Do have some awesome ads. Glad to see that you like those ads. Glad to see you're here, Austin. Nice, says Andrew Webb. Very nice, my man. And the Seahawk Flash looks absolutely clean. Terrific looking helmet on Matt Hasselbeck. Oh, the chase is the 1 and 4, actually. The 1 and 4 did close up, so we can actually do the chase wheel spin. Perfect. But right now, I would say we're chasing Peyton Manning, right? 15 boxes left in the vault. A Speed Flex Peyton Manning out there. Not to mention Peyton Manning on the Tennessee College lid. So the big name currently being chased in the break room, arguably the second best quarterback of all time, Peyton Manning, guys. You might as well knock out that 1 and 4 wheel spin while we have it,
Right,
Steven.
absolutely. It's ready to go when you are. Good, sir.
Perfect. So that will be the lone wheel spin tonight. I like the Hasselback, says Carol, I'd be interested. There we go. I don't blame you, Carol. Matt Hasselback, sick looking flash.
That flash is awesome.
Played in that Super Bowl against the Steelers. That is the Antoine Randall touchdown pass Super Bowl, Steven. The former Indiana Hoosier quarterback. His Hoosiers looking good so far, right?
Yeah.
5th in the country.
I was at my nephew's birthday party on Saturday, and my cousin went to IU. But he went like in the late 2010s when, being bowl eligible was fun.
Yeah.
And now We were talking about Indiana. We're like, yeah, they're number 7 in the country. He's like, what? They're like, yeah, they're number 7 in the country.
They've won
He's
every
like,
game.
They won every game. They're dominant.
He couldn't believe it?
Yeah, he could not believe it.
That's awesome.
I'm like, yeah, college football is a wild place nowadays.
I love it. I absolutely love it. So 20 names in the Chase Wheel Spin for the 5 boxes we did in the 1 and 4. Top name taking home a gift card. Hasselback was a former Packer. That's right, Carol. He was a backup to Brett Favre at one point.
Mm-hmm.
Mark Smith, by the way. Mark Smith, you are the Chase Wheel Spin winner, my man. Congratulations, Marky Mark. I think he won in the vault as well. That Dickerson rep, I think, Steven. So if you're out there, Mark, let us know what number you want to start on. Otherwise, we'll start you on 1. Do you care to guess what my last wheel spin number was, Steven?
94?
100.
Oh.
And then I see that somebody today spun a 1.
That wasn't me.
Ricky! I know he's over there in the other room. Let's get him, Steven.
It's just the worst because you're right there. You couldn't just
right?
1 or something. Like, come on, give it a
Ricky.
give it a virtual blowover.
We're coming after Slick Rick for that one.
Oh, Ricky, what are we gonna do with you?
All right, so we'll start Mark on 1, unless he's out there. Whatever this wheel lands on, that's how much money Mark Smith is getting in an Ultimate Autographs gift card.
Mark Smith.
8:29 Central Time on a Tuesday night. We go until at least 9:30 Central Time, no matter what. If the breaks are busy, we keep going afterwards. Usually, we stay on somewhere between 10 and 11. I know some nights it's after midnight. Obviously, depends on how busy the orders are. But let's get this next hour cooking, and let's see where we're at here at 9:30. I would love by 9:30 to have seen the Peyton Manning Vault Flex.
Fair.
15 boxes left, Steven. I would love to see that helmet by 9:30. We get that series closed up. Brand new Vault series with brand new headliners to follow. All right, starting on 1, spinning that wheel, Mark Smith. Hey, at least it's not a 1, Steven. 36.
There you
36 in honor of Jerome Bettis. We do have a Bettis authentic in that sick Vault series. So $36, that money headed into your account, my man, Mark Smith. All right, so Steven, there's going to be a couple breaks coming up. We're 2 to go in the college double, guys. Again, every single headliner available, 15 authentic helmets in 35 boxes, plenty of lids worth $700-800, in some cases over $1,000 in value. Got a couple flexes, Bo Nix, Trevor Lawrence. Got that sick Peyton Manning, triple sign Oklahoma. All the headliners are available in the college. Now we got 2 to go in this Vault double. 15 boxes left. Peyton Manning, Lunar Flex in that $1,500 to $2,000 range in value. Myles Garrett authentic. Justin Jefferson Speed Flex. Rob Gronkowski Flash authentic. Jared Goff, the sick Lion alternate authentic. That is the 1 lost Lions to you guys. Jerome Bettis as well. 6 photo headliners. 3 secondary guys, Marshall Faulk, Rondé Barber, Tim Brown. 9 headliners in the final 15 boxes. Micah says, how much are spots in division breaks? So Micah, I'm going to drop the live break page link for you, my man. You can check out these spots. They do vary from break to break. For example, the Vault double is 178, but you keep your same division for both boxes coming out. For example, you get the AFC North. You can get Jerome Bettis, Myles Garrett, 1 spot, 2 wins. You get the NFC North. Justin Jefferson, Jared Goff, 1 spot, 2 wins. You get the AFC West, Peyton Manning, 1 spot, 2 wins, Peyton Manning, Tim Brown together. So that's 178 for the double, but you are paying for 2 boxes coming out. That's the Vault, for example. The Vault single, that would be $89 a spot, aka half of 178. We have entries as low as $27 a spot in the jerseys. Obviously, Steven, typically the more it costs, the more better the series is, right? But if I recommend a series to you, Micah, right now, I would go with the Vault or the college because of where the headliner ratios are at. Typically, Steven, I say the best break in the room is the Diamonds, all authentics. But right now, the Vault and College definitely have better headliner ratios, right?
Absolutely.
So that's where I would head Micah. I guess what's the squad, Micah, right? That's another way to kind of decide where you're going to go.
Absolutely.
I know Andrew Webb is all over the break page. I know Andrew Webb needs some help, right? Let's get this man some help. He's out here carrying the room. He needs a little bit of help in these breaks, Steven, right?
Absolutely.
Needing a little bit of help to knock out these fire breaks tonight. But I always ask what everyone's team is, Steven, because my recommendation is always hop in a break of your favorite team, right? Because, we always talk about how much is a lid worth, like that Manning lid worth, 1,500 plus. A headliner from your team is priceless, right?
Right.
Nothing like getting a headliner. So, Micah, you're a Bucks fan. I would definitely get in the Vault series. We have one spot to go in the double. Single is 5. Vault. We have a Rob Gronkowski, Flash Authentic, one of the best tight ends of all time. And how about this? There's a Rondé Barber secondary headliner. So we only have 15 boxes left in the Vault. 2 of them we know for a fact are Tampa Bay Buck players.
Oh, yeah.
So if you're a Bucks fan, my recommendation is definitely the Vault.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And this is the hottest break in the room right now, Steven. It's filling up quicker than any other break. Just in general, if you want to see breaks tonight, this is where you play, right?
That's the one, absolutely. I believe we are 3 to go and 2 to go. And actually, maybe none to go.
I saw 1 to go last I checked.
It's now 1 to go.
1 to go in the Vault double.
Maybe I missed refresh on here. 1 to go.
I got 1 to go in the Vault double, and I got 5 to go in the Vault single. So as a Bucks fan, that's probably where I would head personally. Yeah, Rob Gronkowski was not a Buck for long. He was very impactful. We talk about that touchdown catch he got in the Super Bowl against the Chiefs. How about providing that extra little comfort for Tom Brady? Like sometimes, third down and 6, third down and 7, new offense, new system. You want to go to old reliable, right?
Right.
Rob Gronkowski for Tom Brady, old reliable.
Yes, he is.
I know he had Randy Moss for, a brief time.
Mm-hmm.
But if we're going over Brady's career as a whole, his best target for his career was Rob Gronkowski.
That was his best weapon, absolutely.
That's his number one guy, and no surprise, Tom Brady goes to the Bucks. Rob Gronkowski follows.
Yeah.
Gronk was done, Steven. He was not coming back. He was done playing football. Only way he was coming back is wherever Tom Brady went.
And he faked his workout videos.
Yeah, I love that.
Yes.
It was the COVID
He's like, I just
era.
play football, okay?
They asked him to send workout videos, and he did a bunch of workouts one day, changed his shirt over and over, and sent him the same stuff.
No boy.
Like, do they not notice it's the same? I guess you would work out in the same area.
Spot. Yeah, you can work out in the same spot.
But like, it's the exact same spot, right? Maybe he actually...
No, he probably moved around a little bit.
He moved around a little bit.
It's a production day, okay?
Right?
In the Gronk world, he's absolutely just taking a production day, doing some beach work. You're not going to be able to identify the beach.
Right? So, Rob Gronkowski. Now, here's that double, by the way. 1 spot left. It won't take long, but I would say knock it out. That'll put us at 13 boxes left in the Vault, Steven. Knocking on that door of some sick heat. Now we're 1 to go in the college double as well. So that'll happen too. 1 spot left. Here's that college double. So definitely going to happen tonight. College double, Vault double, college single, and then Vault single. Those 4 breaks, Steven, will 100% happen tonight. Having Brady the GOAT come to Tampa to win the Super Bowl was so awesome, says Micah. Cool for Arians as well. Now we're stuck with Bowles. I think if Mike Evans and Chris Godwin don't get hurt, the Bucks have a real chance in that division. They're not done just yet, Steven. I give them a lot of credit fighting with injuries the last couple weeks. The Bucks are 2 games back of the Falcons. The problem is they lost both head-to-head matchups. Had they not blown that playoff team, that's the game when the season ends. They're looking back at that game and saying, "Boy, things could have been different, right?"
Absolutely.
So, I mean, Todd Bowles is the classic defensive coordinator. He knows, defense, but doesn't always translate to the head coaching position, right, Steven? Not
No, it
for
doesn't.
everybody. I know it did for Bill Belichick, but not all the
But again,
DCs.
but you see with the times changing in this era, it's not necessary. It wasn't necessarily